What's up, everybody? What's up? Appreciate everybody out here kicking it with us. Appreciate everybody here. Episode 7, the real episode 7 of the podcast. And with no longer ado, the man, the myth, the legend. It is DC, baby. Oh, wait. There we go. Technical difficulties. Twitch is twitching. Speak for me, DC. Alright, hold on. They can't hear you. Once more. No.
Check.
No, I hear you. But it's like, are you sending audio through? What's up, bro? Back from yesterday. Hey, Brian, what's up? Welcome to the KloudCast episode 7. Are you putting your audio through the thing also, not just in the Discord?
It's going through the Twitchcast, yeah. How I do it every time.
Okay, I think I heard you that time.
Yeah, you it said here like the host took my camera off and muted me.
Well, I did, because I had to turn it off to turn it back on. Are you able
How
to?
about now? Is it good now? Can you hear me?
I think I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Should I put you louder or?
A little bit louder.
Okay.
A little bit louder.
Brian, I appreciate you coming through. How are you doing today? How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. This is something me and my brother DC have started a few months ago. We actually got up to episode 7 now. We talk about gaming, technology for the first hour usually, and the second hour is all current events and things that are going on in the world today that you may not know, but I feel like it affects us, you know? A lot of things that we don't know affect us, and I feel like this is a good stand, and this is a good area in which we can have constructive constructive, not arguments, but constructive conversations about political things and just everything happening in the world. Political is just a broad spectrum in which I like to use. But there's a lot of things going on, so, you know, DC's the man with the tech. I love to know what's going on in the world, so us together, it's a power couple. It's a beautiful thing. But like I said, the man, the myth, the legend, DC baby. Tell people about yourself a little bit if you'd like.
Right, what's good, my guy? How you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on? I guess we could give it a couple minutes before people start rolling in.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right.
What's going on, man? How was your day?
My day has been pretty well. So I've actually been started on this workout journey. I've started this little workout journey. I didn't mention it too much in our last week's episode, but it's something, you know, I started late last month after my birthday and all of that. Had some fun for my birthday, and along some of that fun, I realized the state of me. I realized the state of, you know, the kilo array of things. And then I was enlightened to myself that, all right, maybe I need to start working out and things again. So I started working out pretty hard. I went like 14 days straight. Then I talked to my brothers and they're like, yo, you're stupid. You got to take a rest day. So they're right. After I took that rest day, it was amazing. So if anybody's out there working out, rest days are important. I actually got some things that I'm going to talk about later on in the current events section. About about all of that, like not too much about working out, but it's like little science behind it. You know, I love science. Science is big for me. I'm a science nerd. So woke up earlier, did that. I had a job to take care of with the cleaning company, took care of that, and, you know, cooked some dinner. My brother came through with my little nephew, so I actually have quite the adorable picture. I'll post it in the Discord once I get the green light from once I get the green light from my little brother. He currently doesn't really want pictures of his son uploaded online, so I completely respect that. And like, it's legitimately like one of these little Polaroids. This is just me looking stupid. You know what I mean? This is what Kilo does. This is legit what I do. This wasn't even a old Polaroid. Nah, this was like legit taken like a week or two ago. This is just my hair all out, looking like look at it. That's a bad look at me. Look at me. You know what I mean? That's, you know. Look at it. Look at it. What about you, DC? How was your day?
It's pretty good, man. You know, it's Monday, so it's a little hectic. Kids are getting acclimated to school from the weekend.
How much school is left?
So they only got about 4 weeks left, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So that, and also, you know, you're talking about that journey with the working out.
Yeah. Hit me. Diga, man.
I say for about a week, man. I've been working out also, but you know, I've always, you know, done my push-ups in the morning, stuff like that. But I actually moved in a different direction, man. I've been doing sumo workouts.
Did you watch that Netflix show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I've seen it. It's fuego. It's bomb. It's amazing. I've seen it. It's and I like the workouts they do. Like I did a lot of those workouts for football. Like that's just what you do for football. So it's, you know, seeing it like this is sumo. Oh, like oh shit, I was doing that sumo shit, but you know, for football, that was dope.
But it goes to show you, no matter, you know, how big you are and stuff like that, you know, you work on those techniques, man.
Yeah.
You just get that 3 times stronger.
Yeah, yo, it's all about the fundamentals and technique, man. Like even when I was playing, hit me. What you got?
I've been doing the katas. I've actually been doing 50 of them a day, which is the squat and leg lifts.
Yeah.
Both sides. I do 50 of them a day. And I try to get higher and higher as I can as the day's been going on. I've been doing the front thrusts, right? I don't know the proper name of it. I've been doing that. I've been doing 100 of those. Bro, my fucking traps.
Bananas?
Bro. Bananas, bro. Bananas. And I changed up my diet.
That's definitely probably like one of the harder parts. Well, not for me anymore, I guess, man. Like, but changing a diet can be difficult. It can be difficult. Yeah. It's very, very daunting. Like, I like what I like to eat.
So, I didn't change that much, you know. Like, I've been eating more greens.
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating a lot more greens. Less red meat, but I have been eating the rice. Just white rice.
Yeah, like a cup of white rice a day.
No salt.
Whoa! Why no salt?
So, because I put the salt on the egg.
Oh, okay. No, as long as you got,
of course, you know, I chop up that egg and mixes it anyways.
Because, you know, sometimes, you know, like, I understand why some people go no salt, low sodium, you know, diabetes, different things, like different health effects, blood pressure.
Right.
I understand it. I don't think you have any of those. I don't personally. So when I still like flavor on my food. Like, I eat salads, but my chicken is smothered in like sofrito. You know what I mean? Like some. Yeah, it's gonna be a sofrito ass chicken, you know what I mean? Put that shit in the freaking oven and let it bake.
Yeah.
You can flavor a lot of stuff good with some good seasoning. Hell yeah, you ain't wrong, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what I mean. But, like, that's why when he said no rice, no salt and oil, I was just like, hold on, bro. Like, I know you on a diet, but it don't have to taste bad. Like, it don't gotta taste bad. Like, I still love my white rice, but I need good white rice. I need good white rice. I ain't trying to eat no bland white rice. I'd rather just eat like a salad than bland white rice.
So I do have the sofrito, but the good thing is there's no powdered seasonings. So I don't do like the garlic powder. I don't do the adobo. I just do the sofrito itself for the flavor.
Bro, listen, like,
which is, you know, all vegetables.
No, yeah. There's I don't have a problem with some garlic powder. I tell you what, I got fresh garlic. I got cloves of garlic. I do. I got that. But I also got a jar in the fridge of minced garlic in oil, because that, it comes in a jar. And you want to know what else I have? I have 2 seasoning things of dried garlic. I love garlic. Any form of garlic, I'ma use that shit. Like, not all garlic, you know what I mean? I don't always want to cut up a clove. Like, sometimes I'm just making mac and cheese from a box. Like, I'll make some Velveeta. Cool. Little sprinkle of garlic on it, you know what I mean? That's like a little sprinkle of garlic right there. What exactly is sofrito? I'm European, so I have no idea.
I can tell you.
Hit it, DC.
I can tell you.
Hit him. Let him know. It's amazing.
Sofrito, what is sofrito? Sofrito is pretty much a very big Caribbean Hispanic thing. Okay, it's nothing but vegetables, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
vegetables and mints and then herbs.
Right.
Cilantro is not a vegetable.
Cilantro is a vegetable.
No, it's not.
It's not. What is it?
It's an herb. That's what I mean. You got
you
got vegetables and like
so
we use the mint in there. Yeah. So it's vegetables and herbs. My bad, but continue.
Right. So you got so what you have is green peppers, red peppers, onions, garlic. You got God damn it.
The herbs.
You have when you said it before. What is it?
Cilantro, yeah.
Okay, you got your cilantro. You have you pretty much have all of that in the blender, man, and a couple other things, which I don't want to give you exactly, because, you know,
different
I'm
cultures,
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, different cultures use different things because like when you said Caribbean, that was the most accurate thing you could do. Because I've been to Trinidad.
Right.
Trinidad has a version of sofrito. Like Trinidad, like it's amazing. It doesn't taste the same as like a Boricua sofrito. You can even go to Dominican Republic, which is, you know, oh, they speak Spanish. It's the same thing cuisine as Puerto Rico. It's not though, because like there's little nuances of difference. And Brian, when you get back from the ad, let me know and we'll run through it again. For everybody else out there that's just, you know, kicking it with us and want to know what this sofrito is, it's legitimately just herbs and veggies put together.
Yeah.
And peppers with the onions just in a blender with the cilantro. Hit it.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
I can't give you any more information because I'm Puerto Rican, okay? And we're very big on trying to keep that sofrito recipe in the bag.
Yeah. That's why I'm not telling them to roast garlic. I'm not telling them to roast the peppers before. I'm not saying I'm not saying all of that, you know what I mean? So, Bram, the sofrito, you know, without giving our grandmother's secret recipes and shit, you got green peppers, red peppers, onions in there. What's the herb? Why do we keep forgetting the name? The cilantro, a little bit of cilantro in there, and you just put it all in the blender, and it comes out like this green goo. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this though. My wife uses 2 different types of cilantro.
Okay, I'm not. You know, there's a.
You know, but I, you know, like I said, man,
it's a lot of things too.
Brian, it's amazing, man. You'd be surprised how much you can season with those things together, and they, I don't want to say ferment, but they sit together.
They marinate beautifully, like.
Oh man.
And there's like other things. Looks like pesto. Yes, OG knows what it is.
Yes,
OG, yes. It looks like a pesto, and like that's just like the base of it. Because if you wanted to get good with it,
some of them are different.
A lot of them are different. Some of them will use nuts like a pesto. Some of them will be sweeter and have some sweeter fruits in it, like a Colombian sofrito.
Use pineapples. And
shit. That's what I'm saying. And like it depends on where you go with a little bit of heat. Yep. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. It's a marriage of all of those beautiful things in a blender.
And now imagine that sitting together for a couple days.
Yeah, because that's another important thing with sofrito.
Taking a spoon of it, and you marinate that on a chicken, bro. Yep. Oh my god.
So the thing with us is when we make sofrito, we make it in big quantities, like a big quantity. Pour it in a old butter thing.
Yeah. Old mayonnaise jar.
Old mayonnaise jar or old butter jar. Any old jar that you can find, and just pour it in. Throw that shit in the fridge. Nah, not better. Throw it in the freezer. And just let it sit in your freezer for about 2-3 weeks. Yes. And then next week when you're cooking beans,
hey Brian,
you just take some of the scrapings, like the frozen scrapings. I swear to God, you could take the frozen scrapings, throw it in the beans. You got the best beans on the block. Put that
Brian,
with your chicken.
You get a couple of those things, bro. You get a nice blender. You mix that together, bro. You figure out how you like it. Do you like it more puree? You like it a little thick? You like it with a little bit of chunks? And dude, put that with your chicken, bro. Your house will smell like a Caribbean, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, hey, whoa, when did Puerto Ricans move to fucking Europe? You know?
That's like a high key bang. Like, yo, what's going on over here? Like, what's going on? Like, it's not you cooking and it smell like a bodega back there. Like, nah, you got that good food. You got that grandma cooking back there. Like,
hey, you cook that OG, I'll tell you what, people will start turning their heads like, yo, who's cooking that?
Facts. You ain't wrong. Good food is good food. Your OG knows.
Yo, let me find out. Brian's about to open up a fucking cuchi frito, a little truck
over there in Europe. I'm with it, y'all. I'll go fly to Europe right now, Brian.
He's about to make a chopped cheese. Let me find out.
Oh, your friend's Polis has never got introduced.
Okay, Brian, you about to? Hey, there's a saying over here, you know, in the metro area. Fuck around and find out.
DC from Jersey, I'm from New York, man. You from the US. If you ever find yourself on the East Coast, you let us know. We'll make it happen for you. That's a fact.
Yeah, you'll go back home 30 pounds heavier. I'll tell you what. You know? So, a lot of things has been going on, Kilo.
A lot of things?
A lot of things.
All right. What we
Okay.
got? What we got?
Now I'll tell you what, the cloud has been up to date with so many things that everybody else can't keep up with us.
You think so? We moving
I
too
think
fast?
so, because we talk about everything with the up to dates on games.
You in the Jersey area, Brian? I'm pretty sure DC knows
Oh.
a lot of good Spanish spots. We get you some homemade sofrito too, no cap.
I'm writing this. Hey, yo, come talk to me, bro. I'll take you to some spots.
Oh yeah, we'll get you the homemade sofrito, no cap. $3.99. You here kicking it with us in the cloud? We got you.
Yeah, facts.
So what we got going on? We're moving too fast, or we're moving
So-
too slow?
I'll tell you what, Kilo. We're moving in such a good direction. I believe that they can't keep up with us because we're talking about everything that's going on. We're keeping up with new games coming out. We're keeping up with the shit games that failed, the new releases. We're even in 2 days, we have talked about the fall of E3. Okay. We also talked about how everybody's going in their own direction when it comes to their showcasings, right? So we know about the Microsoft one that we talked about that hopefully we can do. And it's a 3 showcase event and 3 showcases in 1 day, 2 virtual, 1 in person, which is the Microsoft Xbox one, and then of course the other 2.
And just as a
In 2
reminder,
days-
chat, these are all gaming conventions going on later
Yes.
on. Major development conventions for announcements and stuff like that. Sorry to distract you, GC, just in case
No.
I didn't catch up last week.
You're good.
Continue, please.
So in 2 days, we also have May 24th. We got the PlayStation Showcase coming out at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Now, this is gonna seal up a lot of the stuff that we've talked about in the past. If Metal Gear Solid is gonna go on the way of becoming an exclusive. I've read a lot of Reddits that, a lot of people are saying, no, it's not. I've seen a lot of people that are confirming that it is. This is also going to show the future for PC gamers, believe it or not. Because now, before this showcase, there's even talks of completely stopping PC exclusives coming to PC.
Wait, what do you mean? Like
Yeah.
no more PC
Well-
exclusives at all?
Well, PC, yeah, so PlayStation exclusives coming to PC.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna find out because there's a majority of people are actually saying that
What up, Dragon?
PlayStation exclusives are going to come to PC at a proper time. Instead of, how they done like 2-3 years later,
Yeah.
a game comes out. They're actually talking about that once a game
What up,
gets
kid?
launched on the console, it's gonna come right to PC on Steam.
So they're gonna say it's gonna be on PC but not on Xbox?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Steam apparently is working something out. We're gonna see how that goes.
I can
Um,
see Steam working something out with Sony to be an exclusive
Absolutely.
dealer, and that's gonna rub probably Microsoft the wrong way. But hasn't Microsoft been pulling? No, Microsoft hasn't been pulling their stuff off. Microsoft offers all of their stuff for free via Game Pass. Who's gonna want to go to Steam, buy Grounded for $20-$30 on Steam when it's free on Game Pass? It's a free Game
But
Pass
now-
game.
Now check this out.
Well, one about recipes. Ooh, she got some good recipes.
So,
You got the chimichurri mojo.
hey, yo, we're in the club. We're there, bro. You let me know, bro. I know some spots. I like that chimichurris, bro. I like yeah, I'm a big guy, bro. That's why I'm doing this sumo shit. I like to eat, dude.
I'm a big guy. Yo, exclamation mark socials. Go watch the You're Welcome video with me and my Maui cosplay. That's you see full kilo there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
we finally hit 100, bro. Hell yeah, kid.
There you go.
It's called BBQ
It's called the
Bible
BBQ Bible. Hey, let's go. I like the energy.
Cookbook. Oh, that's lit. It's even better. He got a cookbook full of shit, bro.
That's what I'm talking
OG's
about.
big chillin'.
Hey, so before I forget where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you this, man. On this PlayStation Showcase, if it goes in the proper direction, I feel like Steam, if they get an agreement between Sony or PlayStation Sony with Steam, when the exclusives come out on PlayStation, the exclusives will also come out on Steam.
Sauce rubs and marinades.
I feel like Steam would come out with something like the Xbox Game Pass.
Nah. PlayStation already has something like Xbox Game Pass.
But they don't have it on PC.
Yes, they do.
They have it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is it called?
PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus for PC.
Okay, but you can't play PlayStation Plus games on the PC.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yes.
I need a demonstration, dude, because I've never known this.
Yeah. They have it's PlayStation Now. My bad, I just looked at it. It's PlayStation Now. They have PlayStation Now on PC, which is the same thing as the Xbox Game Pass. My bad, it's not PlayStation Plus. It's PlayStation Now. Okay. It's just you get it's like Xbox app. Yeah, it's just like the Xbox app.
And now you can play games right on the PC from there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, why did I never know this, bro?
Because Sony does a horrible job of promoting it. Xbox recently revamped their entire Game Pass thing to promote it better to gamers. Like a year ago, you tell people, "Oh, Xbox for gaming." You got Game Pass. They're like, "What's that?" Now it's so acceptable because Microsoft has aimed it at PC players. Sony is behind the curveball.
Right.
I learned about this from Miss Honey. Shout out to Miss Honey. If you're not following Miss Honey 420, check her out. Sister from the West Coast. She amazing. She on YouTube. She on Twitch. She everywhere. Great content creator. YouTube partner. Go check her out. But she was the one that put me onto this. Because I was just like, yeah, PlayStation don't got this. She's like, what you mean, bro? I'm like, what you mean, sis?
Wow.
You got something, put me on. She's like, yeah, right here. Boom, pow. And I was just like, oh my God.
Hey.
Games on games, bro.
I got to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
I had to try it out. But I will say this, man. If this works and everything gets confirmed, which we hopefully will see on the showcase, a lot of the titles will be coming to Steam and PC players will get these exclusives. Okay.
They really put out any good games on PlayStation Plus though? Yeah, you're not wrong. The PlayStation Now is dry. It is much drier than Game Pass. That's not a bullshit. That's very factual.
And then it kind of makes sense that they'll probably be working a deal with Steam.
It would. They would probably be able to put some of their Steam games into that catalog.
Right.
Steam is okay. We're like, all right, we're past profitability point on this game. We're gonna have it posted for $40, but you can put it for free on your PlayStation Now network. Yeah. If they work out some type of agreement like that just blew my mind, me speaking it out loud.
I'm putting it into existence, bro.
Yeah. Steam Sony power relationship, that would be a powerful relationship.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna stop talking like that because they gotta start paying us for these ideas.
For these ideas, they have to start paying us for these ideas.
They gotta start paying us for the ideas.
I know.
If this happens,
I started charging my job for my ideas, and they was like, "All right, cool, just keep them coming." I'm like, "All right, cool." It's what I've been doing for like the past 6 months.
So, but now, man, hopefully that goes in the proper direction. That us PC owners will love to see. You know? And hopefully everything runs smoothly. Yes. Okay. Yes. Optimization is key.
It always has been, and it bothers me a little bit when it's not optimized, because it's like, you are made on a PC, you should be able to run on a PC, but the only reason you're not is because the final edit was like made for console, and they tried it out on console, and then they were like, all right, cool. If it's able to put it to PC, put it to PC. It's like, I don't know. I feel like more games, if games don't work, should be like the Cyberpunk release, where it runs amazing on your PC, but it's gonna run shitty on your console because you own a console, not a PC.
Right. So I'm hoping this works in that direction. Next news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 4 days ago.
Is that new games are never optimized as they should? Yeah, you're not wrong, kid. Like,
Yeah, I mean, look how long it took for the Star Wars game.
Yeah, look how perfect example. I was just now able to play Star Wars game yesterday, but I couldn't even play it on the high setting. Like I'm running a 3080. I'm not even streaming on that rig, and I can't run it on the high setting without like frames dropping. Like, this is gonna look back and blame it on the rig, but I call poor optimization on that. I can run it on medium and have minimal.
Kilo. Hold on.
Hit me.
Is that a Macho Man Randy Savage?
Sure. Yeah. It is.
Okay, I need you to continue or finish your sentence as Macho Man Randy Savage. Thank you.
Okay. What was I speaking about again? Oh yeah, we was talking about PlayStation and Sony. So if we're able to make this work, I'll be pretty happy. You know what I mean, guys? I think it'll be pretty damn good.
My man sounds like Mr. T instead of Macho Man.
Man, listen, I was trying, all right? Yo, man, Randy Savage had a certain craziness to his voice, bro. And when I had this shirt, when I put this shirt on, it was like I was trying to mimic it, and I tried to listen to it. I was just like, I can't mimic this, bro.
Let me try.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, brother. No, wait, that sounds like Hulk Hogan.
That sounds like Hulk
Hogan. I
don't know. There's a certain craziness with the Randy man, bro. He's just crazy with the way he talks. So it's like you can't recreate it, bro. Yeah, you can't recreate it, man.
R.I.P. to the Macho Man.
R.I.P. brother.
All right. So, new news 4 days ago. Okay, came out the official trailer for MK12/MK1.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Mortal Kombat has been out since 1993.
I'm older than
There
Mortal
has
Kombat.
been a lot of different.
Hashtag I'm older than Mortal Kombat.
Hold on, I had to cut that, man, because I live in the hood, so cops and ambulances run wild around here.
Yeah, if you're older than Mortal Kombat, they were dropped in 1993. Let me see a hashtag I'm older than Mortal Kombat in the chat. Hit us, DC.
So, now, they have been a lot of different developers over the years. You know, the OGs with Midway. You know, now that DC owns them, you got NetherRealm Studios. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers Games, which is owned by DC, right?
Warner Brother owns DC, no?
I'm not sure. I don't know if Warner Brother is owned by DC or DC owns Warner Brothers. I'm not sure.
Neither am I. Older than Mortal Kombat? Hell yeah, bad boo. You know what to do.
So, this is actually supposed to be a rebooted Mortal Kombat 1. Taking it back to the original Mortal Kombat from 1993 is what they're talking about. I sent you a trailer.
I got it ready to go.
Okay. We could watch this trailer. It's about 2 minutes long. It's an official announcement trailer. I know my boy Kit was really excited about this.
I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not gonna lie. I am. Mortal Kombat is my favorite. You can quote Kilo saying this. You know, I may be drunk one night and stumble and say, oh, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi was better than Mortal Kombat. That's just because I'm in a Dragon Ball Z mood. But my favorite fighting game all time that never let me down, and probably my favorite version of it, was Deadly Alliance. I think Deadly Alliance was that for me. I am a huge Mortal Kombat fan. All combat. All right, we're gonna jump over. Hold your breath. Ready? We're going in. All right, we're here.
Okay.
Let's get it. Trailer time. I'm excited.
Let's check it, guys.
I think I have it muted. Yep. With that, my bad. My bad.
It is time. Time to wake up to a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing. And soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for. You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
So this is actually my first time watching this also.
This is my first time. I purposely did not watch this.
Yeah, this is my first time watching it. So this is gonna be actually our first takes on this. Like, so starting. You said it was a remake or
So they're saying is rebooted.
reboot? Okay, no, I'm fine. If they're advertising it as a reboot and they got rid of Raiden, está bien. It's a reboot. It's not a remake. Okay. Do we know what god that was?
That's so their official announcement is Liu Kang as the sun god, I believe. But the fire god.
Oh, so that was Liu Kang?
That's Liu Kang.
Oh, that kind of looked like his brother. I thought that was like Tung Lao.
No,
Okay.
no. Kung Lao, remember he has the hat.
No, yeah, I know he had the hat, but he looked more like Kung Lao than he did Liu Kang, in my opinion. I thought he was either him or like a variation of the Navajo, the Indian warrior, the Native American warrior.
Dude, that's OG.
Yeah. I thought it was like a variation of him, and they made them the god. But I
No.
guess this makes sense because in the end of which Mortal, I think it was the latest. I don't know if it was the latest Mortal Kombat, the original MK having a story. The original MK didn't have a quote unquote story, but once you beat the arcade with a specific character, there was a after story for each character. Unless that wasn't, I don't know if that was on the arcade version and that only came out on the game version. But yeah, I remember that did like an after story. Unless that was introduced in MK2. One of those two. But this one definitely has a story, bad.
Yes. I guess this is a whole new storyline. Okay. Now, the trailer alone, I'm excited for.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the fatalities?
Yeah, it was. I hope it's like that. That's massive.
Yeah.
And now if the gameplay is also like that, bro, this is game changing.
I mean, I'm low key, high key willing to bet there's probably gonna be some DLCs.
I'm getting there.
Is there some announced?
Yes, officially announced.
Okay, but this is our first reactions, right? I can say my
first reaction.
this is so. Let me continue my first reaction before we get to what's announced, because Kilo knows nothing. So I'm thinking DLC Raiden returns, and we don't get original good Raiden. We get later on down the line Red Eye evil Raiden that only wanted to just destroy everything so he can get to regain his god powers to go back in time and prevent it all from happening. Like, if that's what I thought this went in the angle of, like, Raiden succeeded. He went back in time. But, okay. I like you. I'm a fan. I like you.
Sorry, I had to mute myself again. The whoop whoops came by.
Raiden is already confirmed as a base roster character. Okay.
Yes.
Lit. Who else?
So,
do you have the character list by any chance, DC?
I have something. So the characters so far included.
Mhm.
Now, this post was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Kung Lao, Kitana, Melina, Shang Tsung, Johnny Cage, and a few other more characters.
You know Sonya's in there. Sonya has to be in there.
I'm hoping so.
I feel like it would be bad on them to omit her.
Died.
But that's not everybody died. Scorpion dies 3 times. Well, Sub-Zero dies 3 or 4 times throughout all of Mortal Kombat. I hope you know that. Like, Sub-Zero was replaced. First Sub-Zero died to Scorpion, was replaced by his brother, and then his brother died, and then it was his brother's apprentice. And then that was the time when there was Frost, where his daughter was also in Mortal Kombat. Frost, the female variant of Sub-Zero, that was the original Sub-Zero's brother's daughter, and then the brother dies, and then like he left it on to like one of the other, not even his son, like to another warrior of the Kung Lao or Lu, whatever it was, that order. The Earth Order that they were part of, because Sub-Zero is an Earthling. He's not mystical. He's part of an Earth Order to defend us in Mortal Kombat. It's just that during the times, backstory, everybody, he was just under the spells of Shang Tsung, and that's why he was fighting Earth's warriors. He is traditionally in Earth warrior in the Earth realm. He fights for us. He's a friendly. Sub-Zero's a good guy. Yay to Sub-Zero. Scorpion, he can be a good guy. It all depends on what Scorpion origin story you go for. I like Scorpion. He's my favorite. Get over here and I'll whoop your ass in some freaking deadly alliance with Scorpion. Fuck around, find out.
So, we also...
After the time wipe during the DLC in 11, Fire God Liu Kang is still a thing too. So is this did Raiden succeed, Kit? Is that what it was? Did Raiden succeed in going back in time and like preventing some shit? And that's why it's like a whole reboot? Hit me, DC. My bad for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
Yes. Fuck yeah, I called it.
Okay. So we got the good ending. Yeah. So this is
I called it, kid. I don't know if you were here when I called it, but I called it, man. I appreciate you confirming it, kid. Go ahead.
We have the pre-order. The pre-order of the game is out. They have the premium edition out, okay, which is actually $110.
And that's not the best version?
That's the best version.
Okay.
Okay.
That is the best. The 110 is the best. Okay.
All right. So you will get players early access from the beginning on September 14th, alongside $1,250 of Dragon Crystals, which is the in-game currency. You have you're gonna get a Johnny Cage skin styled after the old school Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of butchered it while you're saying it, but it's just know, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, he's amazing.
That guy. Correction, whatever. All right, so you got the early access to 6 new playable characters and then 5 new cameo fighters.
Okay, cameo fighters like from other realms, like them bringing God of War.
So. There's no other
specifics.
There's no other specifics.
Okay, the case looks so fucking sexy, bro. I might have to look up the
Now
case and
they
everything.
have the collector's edition, which we know that it's very limited.
Okay.
Okay. The collector's edition, of course, is only available to the PS5 and the Xbox series. It's gonna come with the 16.5-inch Liu Kang sculpture,
Ooh,
3 exclusive art prints, a steel case. You get 1,450 additional dragon crystals.
I was kind of sold at at the sculpture. Is it being
Oh,
sold for
absolutely.
PC? Like, how do those PC limited things work? Like, I still gotta go to Best Buy and what, get a code from them or some shit?
What do you mean?
Like, if I don't want to, is it gonna be released for PC or is it console only?
It's going to be released for PC, but the thing is, it's the case for PC. We're not going to have the excuse me, the the possibility for the collector's edition. It's not going to be available for
Oh,
PC.
that's lame. So we gotta pick either Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah. So what might happen? Who knows in the future? You know, if we do decide one of us or whatever purchases the collector's edition, somebody's going to get a PS5 or Xbox Series in the future. Okay, of the game.
Oh no, I'll just buy it for my PlayStation 5 now.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's going to be coming in the future. I'm excited for it. September is going to be an awesome time. And Mortal Kombat, um, that means Mortal Kombat is now in the fight for a top fighting game because you know Tekken is also coming out and Street Fighter.
Yo, yeah, the newest Street Fighter was just the demo was just released soon. Oh my, bro.
Yeah,
This is what COVID made happen. Honestly.
yeah,
Like COVID forced the good development studios to delay their game release because people couldn't go there and physically do it and it took longer.
yeah.
And like it's now happening where everybody's like, all right, we're done with ours, and everybody's like, oh, you just finished? Like, we've been working on ours like before COVID. You guys started after COVID, and you think yours is gonna compete with ours? Like, all right, cool. Like, we're going to find out which of these are going to last, and which ones are just going to fumble. And I
Yeah,
feel like so much of it is going to be based on the release.
right.
Like, it's going to make or break them. OG, I definitely appreciate you calling me and DC your favorite
Hey,
streamers.
OG, I appreciate you, fam.
Gang, gang. But like, it's all gonna be about that release, baby. You think? Matter of fact, release and price point actually too. If somebody can like give you more or feel like they gave you more, so you feel like you're
Yeah,
taking home more value for the same amount, like okay, this fighting game is $70, but I get access to every character in the game and the battle pass and
that's
all
gonna be a
future
thing.
DLCs. You know what I mean? Which like it's gonna be little things like that, which is gonna differentiate these things, which is gonna be pretty cool. Vixen, I appreciate the lurk. Blitz
Yeah.
baby.
Like, dude, I'm not even playing games right now, and I'm getting sweaty because there's legit. This is legit the time that can make or break fighting games for the future.
Yeah.
You
With
know, Tekken coming out. You got the Street Fighter that the beta was released and you were able to play it. You
he's
had the
watching here with
demo.
me. Hell yeah, kid. Appreciate you. Go ahead. Street Fighter demo.
Um, we probably won't see a demo or maybe something with Mortal Kombat 1 until like August. I believe Tekken already the studios are already talking about releasing a demo because Capcom released their Street Fighter 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, Street Fighter pretty much like low key dropped that like, yo, here's a demo.
All right, so we're here. How do you think it's going to be in order? The
Me
top
personally,
three. You personally. Yeah. I have my. I can give you. I can give you mine first. Like I'll be gentle. I'll go first. You want me to go first, and
you
then you
know,
can follow up?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay. Okay. Give me it. Top three fighting games. Probably over the next 2 years. 2 years give you some range of things that are coming down the pipeline that are
I
going
would
to
say
last?
number one would have to be because of traction would be MK1.
Okay.
Okay. Number two, because of the culture, would be Street Fighter. Because there is so much competitiveness when it comes to Street Fighter and it's so mainstream. That's why it's gonna take second. Third, I would say would be Tekken. Um, now I can't say anybody else that would be on the top five, honestly.
All right. So number one is mine. Mine is Mortal Kombat also. Um, I hope they don't fumble release. Warner Brothers isn't known to. NetherRealm is definitely not known to fumble any release. And I mean, they haven't made, and not every Mortal Kombat game is amazing. There was that one story driven campaign one that was a little meh. And I'm not talking about when you played the Shinjuku, the not the old man, not that one, the one that came out after the old man, which was like you played from a top, like there was a Mortal Kombat like that. I think NetherRealm produced that one also. It was subpar. It was subpar, but you know, it was still a decent, like the game that wasn't fumbled upon release. But then again, games were never released back in the day broken. So I don't know if they will. I don't think they will. So that's on their, that's a good thing for them. Number two for me, coming down the pipeline because of the culture, I'm putting Tenkaichi up there.
Tenkaichi.
Yes, I'm putting the Dragon Ball game up there. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi. Because if you look at the Dragon Ball Fighters Z right now, Dragon Ball Fighters Z is considered one of the most competitive fighting games right now. Like one of the newest. Like, one question for DC. Go ahead and drop it in there, poop. In like the fighting scene right now for Dragon Ball Fighters is is amazing. Have you heard anything about the new Devil May Cry?
So I'll get to that question as soon as Kilo finishes with his
Fuck.
top three or top five.
Fuck, he has something for us this time, poop. Poop, he has something for us this time. Yes. All right. So yeah, the Dragon Ball Fighters. He poop loves fighters. I love fighters. I played fighters a lot with my older brother, and like he didn't like video games, but he was like, "Oh, I like this." And like I played it. I played fighters with one of my coworkers too. Cool dude. Call him. We call him Benny. And he never played the game before, but he was he played Street Fighter. He played Fatal Fury, I think is that other one. Killer Instinct too. I think Killer Instinct, I think, is another fighting game. He played a bunch of them. He had his own fight pad. Like I knew I fucked up once I brought my console over and he had a fight stick. So yeah, he had one of those. He plugged it in. I beat him like 3 times. 3 times. That's all I got to win. Cause after he figured out how to play the game, he never lost. He was one of those. Like he was a monster. And he was like, "Oh, this game is really good." I'm like, "So yeah, I told you, enjoy." He's like, "Nah, like this game is really good for a fighter game. Like this game, like he broke it down fundamentally why the game was good as a fighting game, and it had that same feel. So I don't think Tenkaichi is going to release the same style of fighting of fighters because it's going to be a different studio. I think it's Namco producing it. I think it's going to be a completely different feel, but the nostalgia behind it, and if it could just carry off of that fighters hype, Xenoverse's hype, the fact that I think fighters just hit like 1 billion units sold or some crazy number like that recently, and Xenoverse hit some crazy number recently also. They was just recently celebrating it. So if they could build off of that hype, I think it's going to be honestly number two, like up there. And number three, rounding off the top three, would probably end up being Street Fighter. But the last Street Fighter game they released, I don't remember making much traction or waves. Like, can't recall it. And it wasn't that long ago that they released a Street Fighter. they now just use the Unreal Engine, so it looks a lot better. No UFC games? Hmm. I didn't consider that. Is there a new UFC game coming down the pipeline?
So with UFC, they usually have some releases. They had actually a big flop with the last UFC game.
Was it?
A lot of bugs.
Okay.
Um,
The OG Factor, DBZ, fighting game more than likely.
But they're saying that there is a UFC game planning to release before March of 2024. So we might see a new UFC game before March.
Okay.
So probably around February.
So
now, I can't give you any details because if I base my experience with fighting games off of the last title, I would put UFC at towards the bottom because they flopped, bro. So many bugs in the game. The updates did very little to nothing. No fixes, no hot fixes, no quick fixes, nothing. The game coming out vanilla the way it did and had that many issues and no fixes, it's kind of a flop for me. Especially when it comes to a competitive game like fighting. Everything's point of contact. But when you have a character that's able to like bend backwards, do, fucking disappear to the other side, like that's ridiculous. This is not Mortal Kombat. This is UFC. So they did a complete flop. So I didn't even base that on my top three. I only have top three for me right now. And I'm talking culture and I'm talking about mainstream.
Yeah, we're talking about our top 3 fighting games coming out in the next year or two, OG. I feel like if they drop another Marvel versus Capcom,
well,
that might bust.
They kind of won't because Capcom has had, the beef since back then, since the last Marvel versus Capcom thing. Especially when Disney purchased Marvel, a lot of those things changed. Deals changed, conversations changed. Of course, Disney's gonna want more than Capcom, and Capcom's like, "Fuck you." So you know how that shit goes.
Okay.
Until a deal is gonna come agreed upon, And all honestly, dude, the last Marvel versus Capcom, I think it was like Infinite. It was a shit show though. Everything was all about currencies, and it was a not buy to win, but people had to purchase all these characters outside of purchasing the game, and it was kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
When it came to the Marvel versus,
you just couldn't unlock them anymore by working for it.
Yeah, it was just kind of ridiculous. It was all cash grab kind of fucking thing.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you continue so I can get to the DMC6.
Well, yeah, I said rounding up top 3 would probably be Street Fighter, and that was about it. Yeah, but what was Street Fighter's last release? I don't feel like it was strong. Street Fighter's
no. Street Fighter's last release was actually pretty strong, believe it or not. When it first came out, it was actually pretty big. A lot of people played the game. There was a lot of competitions on it. It died down. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah. Yeah, so I gotta remember I haven't played it online. Tekken, we talked about Tekken also. Tekken is gonna in DC's top 3. It's not in my top 3 because I put Tenkaichi in my top 3.
So I don't know. Were you done with your top 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat, Budokai, and Street Fighter. Top 3 over the next 2 years.
So yeah, man. So when it comes to the street fighting, when it comes to Street Fighter, there's a big audience for Street Fighter. You got the main competitions. Capcom holds a competition usually about 6 months after the game release. Some big money. I think it's like $250,000. Tekken held one. There was a big love spot when it came to Tekken when they had Akuma from Street Fighter inside the last Tekken. You know, that was like a big holy shit. You know,
Mhm.
like, are they gonna do Capcom versus Tekken in the future? Possibly.
That sounds
Um,
pretty bussin'.
You know, so I
You
just
forgot
hope
about
that,
MK1? Yeah, we showed the MK1 trailer earlier, Poop.
yeah.
You hope that what?
I hope that it's the other way around the gameplay, that it would be Tekken versus Capcom Street Fighter, because the gameplay for Street Fighter is a little slower. Tekken is a lot faster pace.
Yeah. Yeah,
I just hope it's Tekken versus Capcom or Tekken versus Street Fighter, because that would actually boost the Capcom characters a little bit faster. So, you know, you imagine having Ryu fighting as quick as, you know, Law from Tekken. Like, that would be fucking insane.
Yeah.
That would be a game changer. You know? So I hope in the future there's a Tekken Cross. That would be fucking sick.
Tekken versus
Tekken,
Dragon Ball Fighter Z? No,
it's
that's not
realistic. Not realistic.
Totally different universes, yeah.
Yeah. So DMC 6.
Yeah.
There is a leak on DMC 6. Okay. Now, what I am about to show you, it is within within reason. You know, we wouldn't get in trouble for it, stuff like that. Give me 1 second. I have it here.
As fast as Lucky Cole. Talk about Bloodborne. Oh yeah, Bloodborne remake. Bloodborne 2. Poop said that they were making a Bloodborne 2 remake.
A Bloodborne 2 remake?
Yeah.
Well, first things first. I'm trying to get to this DMC 6. One second. Now, I'm going to show this in Discord. I don't know if you're able to pop this up. Or matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll send this to you. See if you can pull this up. Because actually someone sent this to me.
Okay. Bloodborne 2 or a remake of the first one?
I don't know if you're able to pop that. Probably not. You able to open that up?
No.
No?
Just screenshot it, no? Yeah, definitely not.
It's giving me a lot of problems. So what it is pretty much, dude, is it's actually a picture of Virgil.
It's a picture of Virgil.
Picture of Virgil. Now, it has been I'm not sure if this is accurate or is this, you know, somebody actually made the
image, the
made the
fan
art.
art. Yeah.
But if you look at it, it is tip to tip, man. I have it on Discord. If you look at it,
That's not Virgil.
not Virgil. I'm sorry.
Neo.
What's his name? Nero.
Nero. Yeah.
So this is apparently the new Nero.
Yeah, I can see it. You know, Virgil is
And
his
if you
father, so
look-
I can see you. That he has a little bit of Virgil in there.
Now, if you look at it, you see the gray growing on his face.
The gray growing
Yeah,
on his
his
face.
6 o'clock shadow. His hair is white, and his face too.
Oh yeah, you're right. In the shade side, yeah, you're right.
You know. So I was looking at this fully detailed. This was sent to me by somebody from Reddit. Very interesting. This is actually a leak.
Does Dante grow a beard? Dante can't grow a beard, can he? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. No, he did. He had a 6 o'clock shadow. He did.
Shadow, but like full beard ever?
I mean, if you look at Nero,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I could imagine,
like
I could imagine Virgil being the type that can have a full beard, but he's disciplined enough to shave every day. But I don't see Dante shaving every day. Right. So if he had the ability to grow a beard, he'd probably have a beard. Now Nero, I can honestly say that, you know, Nero will eventually maybe have a beard as a possible option with that, you know, that shadow on his face type shit, which would be pretty cool.
So I'm gonna zoom in this picture a little bit so you can actually see. So
should I? Oh wait, I'm gonna put this in the podcast so everybody can see.
Sure.
What's up, Sam? Alright, so it's a pretty small picture, but that's what we're looking at. That's the leak.
So I'm gonna zoom in just a tad bit. You could see he has a 6 o'clock shadow.
Rocket League, hell yeah. White.
All right. This apparently is one of the leaks for the new DMC6. So I could tell you what, it's actually, if this is a leak, it is confirmed. They are working on DMC6.
Yeah. Easily, this is easily. You wouldn't have that type of character rendered. That's not fan art.
No.
Nah.
Dude, he even has that little mole right here. You know?
Yeah.
On the right hand side of his eye, he has that little mole there. This is actually very detailed. You can see the pores.
Also, that's Nero. We know that's Nero. We said that's Nero.
Yeah, catch up, poop. So in the chin, you can see where he got busted up last game, and his chin was leaking.
That image you sent me was complete fan art. The saying. Like he sent, bro. I should show you the picture that Poop sent me, bro, because it's such not a picture of Dante, but he's trying to send me a picture of it saying that that's Dante. That's not Dante, dog. That's not. Don't meh me in my chat now. Don't meh me, yo, bro. Like, I'm not doing it, bro. Like that picture he sent me was meh.
Kid said that's a screenshot of DMC5. Don't get baited. So I went back and I like followed this shit, and with the DMC5 art that it was official from Capcom, I haven't seen this picture with DMC5. So I mean, and then under the file, you know, it literally says DMC6.
Huh. Well, if they're working on it, I am happy.
So I had an idea that they were working on something. Capcom has been actually very private of DMC. Because of all the Resident Evil that's coming out, the Street Fighter. I guess they don't want to take too much away from the big titles that are coming out. Not saying that DMC is not a big title.
No, yeah, they just want to take the luster and shine away.
Right, they just don't want to take the shine away right now. So I feel like after they do this release with the Street Fighter 6, they do their release with the Resident Evil, either 1 or 5 being remade. Then they'll do the trailer for DMC6.
That's
where I'm going about it. That's how I see it actually happening. because they don't want to take too much shine away.
So how close do you think it is to like?
So it's already confirmed that
I don't know, because they could keep things pretty secretive over there pretty well, because they did the whole remake for Resident Evil 4 and they didn't release anything about it to like, hey, this game's being released in 6 months. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? And I don't even know if it was that much time, but like everybody remembered the nostalgia of that game instantly. The prices for those remotes went up absurd amounts in the immediate before of all of that. So yeah,
right. So
I like Devil May Cry.
Truth be told, man, they're probably definitely working on something. It's just they just don't want to outshine another one of their main titles. Because believe it or not, man, Capcom has some mainstream ass titles. I mean,
yeah,
you can't tell me another developer that has mainstream titles, bro, that are big games that people are not looking forward to or not known.
Nintendo.
Besides Nintendo, because Nintendo has, but even though, you know what? Even when you say Nintendo, I'm going to give you a Capcom, right? Capcom got Street Fighter. They have Resident Evil. They have Devil May Cry. They have Mega Man. Now, just with those 4, right? Give me 4 mainstream titles from Nintendo.
Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, Metroid. The list goes on. Well, Smash just Mario?
Now,
is Smash
you heard
Brothers?
When I said developer, right?
Yeah.
Is I know that Super Mario's Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
I know for sure that Pokemon, it's exclusive to Nintendo, but I don't think it's owned by Nintendo.
I don't know.
Nintendo doesn't develop Pokemon.
I don't know. Are you sure?
So let's check this out.
Oh no, it's the Pokemon Company, joint venture between Nintendo Game and Game Freak. Game Freak is the developer of the Pokemon games.
Okay. So now, when we look at Game Freak, how many games how many games does Game Freak develop?
Nintendo does not own Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually the Pokemon Company. The company that owns and operates the franchise is actually named the Pokemon Company. It's just a joint venture between them and Nintendo.
So when I speak on developer purposes, I mean, Capcom itself.
But no, yeah, I'm not like taking away anything from Capcom, because then you also can go ahead and go to the specifics, because Capcom also got Dead Rising. Dead Rising is Capcom.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's Capcom got a lot of bangers and hitters out there that are subsidiary to all of their bigger ventures that people just forget. But like Dead Rising is a valid zombie game that was Capcom.
Monster Hunter Rise also?
All Monster Hunters?
Capcom?
All Monster Hunters are Capcom.
Yeah. So
Monster Hunters is specifically Capcom. Capcom has them. Dead Rising is good, but man, at the same time, the first 2 were phenomenal. After the first 2, it got, after Frank left, it just got a little bit meh. Or when they brought Frank back, it got meh. That's the better way of saying it, because he wasn't Frank in the part 2. He was in the mall in Vegas, so that was fun, just to be in a mall in Vegas killing zombies.
So, and you think about it, man. Capcom has some big hitters, bro. Some big titles. you know, but I guess they also don't want to screw themselves with the big title.
No, yeah, you gotta definitely be smart with it. Like, let's just keep it a buck in a financial standpoint. If you release all your best games on the same day and there's 5 titles, how many people are gonna be able to buy all 5 games at the same time? Capcom has to strategically pick times to release games in order for people to afford them. And their bigger releases, or maybe not their bigger releases, maybe I'm verbalizing that wrong. Their more questionable releases will be aimed towards the holiday seasons. Any game they know that can stand alone on its own, Resident Evil 4 does not need a Christmas release to be overwhelmingly successful.
Right.
But some of the other games could potentially need a Christmas release. Technically Thanksgiving, they usually release it in November so everybody can play it, build up the hype more. And then you have National Noob Day 12/26. I hope everybody celebrates it when all the kids get their new games and they're playing the game. It's National Noob Day. Very personal grudge against EA. Yeah, EA is horrible with releases, but we're not talking about EA.
That's off topic. Staying on topic, you know, so it definitely comes back to where, you know, we're talking about the DMC6 because that's what you wanted.
National Noob Day. Noob, Noob, bad.
Nuke is nuke or noob?
Noob. National Noob Day.
Say Nuke Day. I was like, babe, we gotta go.
But I mean, if you play Call of Duty, you are dropping nukes on them noobs. I'll tell you what.
So yeah, man, you know, Capcom has to be smart about their releases because they can actually step on their own foot, which, you know, they don't want.
Yeah, I don't see a Devil May Cry 6 release this year. I see maybe a trailer early next year. And maybe a summer release. Possibly. Earliest.
Because we probably won't see another Resident Evil until next year.
Easily. They don't need to oversaturate the Resident Evil market.
Right. And also too, they have the Street Fighter coming out, so they don't want to shadow that either.
Yeah. That's a huge release for them. That's gonna be what, the entire third quarter for them. That is their third quarter.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes. I know Resident Evil 4 did very well when it came to sales. I mean, phenomenally, they did well. Believe it or not, did you know that Fear Fest is returning this September with their first ever horror game awards?
Really?
Yes.
That is pretty dope for gaming all around.
Yeah. Well, Fear Fest has been out for quite some time.
No, I know. Yeah, that's what I know. Fear Fest has been around for quite some time, but the fact that they're starting to recognize Fear games, that's like a notch over the video gaming in the industry. Like,
yeah,
we salute you.
So it actually kicks them up a notch, man. So there's a lot of horror games that have been coming out, especially that Outlast Trials.
Yeah, I heard a lot about Outlast Trials.
A Dead Space is gonna lose.
Dead Space is not gonna win. It was released horribly. It had a horrible release. I'm sorry. People couldn't play it on release, so that's gonna affect a big part of it.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it, man, you know, I respect, you know, a lot of these companies that are embracing the games that are being created for consumers like us. Especially the horror scene, you know, Fear Fest is a big thing. You know, Fear Fest has been around for quite some time.
It's quite reputable.
And that now they have a gaming section now, gaming category correctly. That's gonna be a big deal, man. So I hope to see, you know, you got Silent Hill still coming out. You got the Outlast Trials. You have Resident Evil. You have a bunch of other indies that are be coming out.
Yeah. Like.
So it's gonna be exciting, man. I'm pretty excited for that. That's gonna be September. I believe it's gonna be virtual. But yeah, man. It's definitely gonna be a big deal, man. I'm excited for that. So, I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
It's been a while since I talked about PC tech, right? It's been a while since I talked about some tech.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now,
I like
for
DC
the
Tech
people,
Talk.
for the people that want to become streamers, okay?
It's your
People
B-Day
that want to
month?
be,
Next month?
I'm sorry?
Poop, it says it's his B-Day month.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
your B-Day next month. Nice. So, there's inspiring streamers that want to become streamers in the future. They want to purchase their PCs. They want to purchase, all these things that they think they need, but they don't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as starting off, we have come a long way when it came to laptops, right? We have come a long way with PCs, the price gouging during COVID, and when it came to GPUs and all that stuff, they actually have quite a bit of sales going on right now for the laptop scene. Okay.
Yeah.
That are actually very strong, believe it or not. Actually, some of them are stronger than the PC that I have currently.
Really?
Yeah. So the Asus ROG Strix that actually came out stronger. Yeah, more powerful.
And what quantifiable aspect are we quantifying power?
Now, I'm going to explain that.
Yeah.
So the Asus ROG Strix Scar 18, okay? They're actually on sale. Because they went on sale, Razer put their Blade 18 on sale. Alienware put their X14 on sale. Lenovo put their Legion on sale, which are like top tier laptop gaming laptops, right?
Okay.
So the Asus ROG Strix actually comes with an Intel 13th Gen i9, okay? And the GPU is a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. All right. Automatically. 4090.
4090 on the laptop?
4090 on the laptop.
How big is this laptop?
It's not. It's actually not that big. It's insane. It's insane.
How did you fit a 4090? A 4090 is bigger than my phone.
Right. But it's inside this Asus ROG Strix Scar. So it's not massively big. I would say the thickness is about here. Okay. I would say about a little over an inch. Okay.
They downsize GPUs for laptops. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a true 4090 GPU. It's a 4090 laptop GPU.
Which is crazy because it's actually, when you talk about it, it's advertised exactly as a GeForce RTX 4090.
But if you get, like, let's look at the size of the laptop and look at the size of the physical 4090 side by side and tell me that fits in there. Tell me it's not just bigger than the laptop thickness itself.
Oh yeah, it's almost the size of the PS5. So what, the quantifications when, they have that number, the 4090, right, inside of a laptop, it's better than my 3080.
Is it?
It actually runs 32 gigabyte DDR5, 2 terabyte. It actually has the Wi-Fi 6E. It runs with the screen. It runs about 240 hertz at 3 milliseconds.
That's
all
a
in one
horrible delay.
Okay.
3 milliseconds is horrible. Throwing that out there. Throwing that out there for everybody to catch. That's horrible. That's so slow.
The ports, they have 2 HDMI ports, which are, when you have that connection, you can actually go higher, of course, because of the GPU.
Okay.
You can higher your graphics and everything like that. It has that like a Thunderbolt port where you can actually add another GPU to it.
So we're getting 2 GPUs in the laptop now.
To boost it, to boost it. which is kind of crazy because they actually do that now with certain PCs and connections. You can actually add an external GPU. Now, the price point for this Asus ROG Strix 18 was about $5,300. It's currently at $3,000. Okay.
Okay. Well, now, okay. Because now you said the price point, now my head is spinning a lot better. Okay, cool. Bet. 3K.
Okay.
Can I now with $3,000 go build a better PC than this laptop? Yes.
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 Yeah. I would say, yeah, you can get a massive thing, but
for about 1.5, maybe 2 with the latest shit.
so, you know, I guess it all depends then, you know?
But yeah, you can't.
Throwing it in a bag, you have all that power inside of a bag
Inside
that
of a
you can
bag.
take with you.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Very true.
Okay.
I'm not
Not only that, but a lot of people, you know, which are like the higher end streamers, or however you want to put it, you know, they could take that on the road.
Can you explain that in poopy terms, please? It's a very
PC.
powerful laptop, poopy.
Yes.
Very powerful. Very good. Very efficient. You should be able to game and stream off of that laptop without any droppage,
Yes.
with a proper internet connection.
Yep.
And no issues. Hopefully it doesn't overheat.
Right. Right.
I'd recommend putting an under fan on it too.
Absolutely. An
Yeah.
external under fan.
An external under fan at that, yeah.
External.
One that you
So it
plug
doesn't
in
use
and that
the
it
PC
lifts
power.
and that it lifts
It doesn't
off,
use the laptop power.
and it lifts off the floor type shit. And there's a big O's opening in it where there's 2 fans that's blowing
Right.
at it constantly.
Right.
Yeah. That's what
So-
you're gonna need for that shit. What up, Assassin, baby? Hey, welcome coming through.
Also, too,
KloudCast, baby.
for the inspiring streamers and so on. So the laptop scene, there's actually a whole battle going on. They're lowering prices on the laptops. There's a big fight going on of who's going to be cheaper, who's going to be better, and so on. They have actually deals right now on the HyperX Quadcast mics, which I have currently. I have the S model, which is a little bit higher when it comes to, you know, quality. The Elgato Stream Decks, they have the classic right now available for $179.
That's not bad. You can get one.
Dude, I remember when this thing came out, dude. This
Like
shit was
$150.
$150.
Yeah.
You know, dude, they have $80 right now. You can purchase an Elgato Stream Deck. Okay. Also, a Logitech G733 Lightspeed wireless gaming headset with suspension headband. They have that out right now. It has a rating of a 9.0. It has a 20-meter wireless range, 29-hour battery life. Okay. And the big thing is, bro, the fucking speakers in this thing are massive, which is ridiculous. And the price point is amazing.
What is it?
Okay, the price point on this thing is $100. This Corsair that I have on my head.
Send me that
okay?
link. I need a new headset, chat.
I'll send that to you.
! Dono if you want to dono to Kilo's new headset fund.
This headset that I have here, man, when I first purchased this, it was $250, which was the Corsair Virtuoso. Okay. This Logitech G733 came out and it's $100, bro, and it's just as good. And it's lighter. It's not metal. It has the plastic, and it has the breathable cushions. Mine has leather on it, so it does get sweaty sometimes when we're playing Apex. New Apex player right here.
5 days in, 6 days I think now.
6 days, yep. So it has the breathable cushions, okay. It has about the same size magnet speakers that are inside of here. And the great thing about it, man, it's interchangeable between the PS5, Nintendo, Xbox, and PC. you know, the things are changing, man. Things are getting cheaper because, you know, the competition is actually getting higher.
That's good. More competitive market means better for consumers. That's the whole point of monopoly.
Absolutely.
I love when monopoly, not monopoly, but that's the whole point of capitalism. Like, I love
Right.
when capitalism works in favor for consumers, like it's supposed to. Like right now, let them compete, let them make the best products they can, and put it at the price that they can sell it at, and still derive a profit and stay afloat while giving it to the consumer.
Now,
yay capitalism.
I'll tell you something else for the streamers, you know, the streamers or gamers that want decent quality things. Okay, and this is as of 2023, as of May 22nd, the top 10 items that you can purchase as a gaming/streamer. Logitech has the Blue Yeti podcast equipment bundle right now for sale, which is actually the mic, the mesh, the camera, which is actually a 4K camera, bro. You can get it on deal right now for $200.
That's pretty
This
valid.
4K camera, when I first bought it, was $200 alone.
Yeah, join the boat. Join the boat. Mine too. My mic was also.
You can get a decent mic and everything for $200, bro.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these things are coming out, and believe it or not, that best value is number 2 on the list.
What's number 1?
Number 1 is the audio interference with DJ mixer and sound card. It is for people that want to take it the extra step with the XLR-C.
Okay. Yeah, the
Okay.
XLR mixer pretty much.
Yeah, it's an XLR mixer. That takes things to another level. Now, when you go towards the XLR-C, it does get more pricey. Okay? But with audio interference with Muno has been around for a very long time, especially when it came to DJs, producers, and so on. For $250 right now, they give you the mixer, the XLR cable, and the mic and stand for $250. That's another great price.
Yeah.
You're already set up for XLR for $250. Sometimes interferences, which is the mixer alone, cost you $200.
Yep. Easily. Not including the wires.
Exactly. So it's insane, man. So these prices are going, you know, things are happening, man. You just really got to do your research. But the best choice, it's actually rated right now as a 9.9. The sound level on the quality of the mic is at 8.9. Worth the money is actually a 9.0, and audio quality is at 8.5. So for $250, you can already have a professional system. Which is great, man. I wish I would have known this, but they didn't really have these prices
They
at
didn't
that
have,
time.
yeah, because at the time these were coming out, this was state of the art. Now it's like
Right.
they have 8K cameras, so now it's like
Yeah.
we gotta get rid of all of this old stuff before we can get all the new stuff.
Yeah, man. Definitely, definitely a lot of the stuff that I have has to get upgraded eventually. But the fact that they have these things for, gamers, streamers, and the competitive market is getting only bigger and the prices are going lower. That's a beneficial for you guys. The benefits are there, man. You guys just got to seek them out. You got to do your research. Well, or what you could do is you just tune into the podcast and we will tell you what you need.
Big facts. Please let me or Reaper hit the litter.
So,
what? The lottery. Oh,
hit the lottery. Okay.
I mean,
Typo.
I feel like there's a lot of people that feel that way. But rather than hoping for that to happen, just make whatever you need to make happen and manifest it yourself rather than hoping to win the lottery. Poop,
So-
you're still in school. Pay attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Graduate
Finish
with
school first.
honors. If you're smart, money will come. Don't fuck around in school. Don't fuck around and find out, bro.
Right.
Do what you have to do. You don't have to live the life you're living now for the rest of it. You can change it. It starts
Easily.
with you.
Easily.
I don't know about easily. It takes a lot of hard work. But yo,
Yeah.
it pays off. It pays off. I know it pays off.
Now, when it comes to building your PCs and stuff like that, guys, don't be scared, man. Definitely check out this website called Micro Center. Okay, Micro Center would have almost everything that you need between cables, for cable management, for lighting,
Full disclosure,
accessories.
we are not sponsored by Micro Center. This
No,
is
not at
his
all.
personal recommendation. Go ahead, continue.
You know, a lot of those things, and the great thing is that, you know, Micro Center is not in every place, but you can also shop in their online store.
Yeah, I like Micro Center. I built most of my PC at Micro Center. You know this. Micro Center, and when the price was better at Amazon. I'm not lying to y'all. But
Right. So that's pretty much what's going on, man. And also I think the last thing I could talk about when it comes to gaming would be one of the most favorable Nintendo exclusive, which is Zelda. Okay.
oh man,
Tears of the Kingdom.
This is gonna be an extended podcast because you just started Tears of the Kingdom, and I have quite a few things too.
Right. So I'm gonna make this really quick.
Nah, take your time. I like the idea of an extended podcast. I don't got nowhere to go.
The legend.
What up, Bo girl?
The Legend of Zelda. Not the Legend of Zelda. I'm sorry. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has actually been very successful when it came to sales. Okay, the price point was very favorable, believe it or not, because I remember talking about the collector's edition and the price point for that Nintendo exclusive, and believe it or not, 70% of people purchased that collector's edition of all of Tears of the Kingdom purchases.
Like the digital or physical also?
Digital and physical. Whoever couldn't get the physical bought the digital, which was still $100.
Huh.
So
Assassin's playing Zelda right now.
nice.
Love to hear it. When you're done, send me the Switch in the game. Thanks.
Send you the Switch in the game.
Yeah, just send me the console in the game.
I'll give you a Switch so you can get it, bro. I'll give you a Switch. You know I got you. You know, and the biggest thing, I know Tilo sent me this actually like a week ago. No one understands how Nintendo made The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, it's a very immersive game. There's a lot going on. It's very, you know, I haven't heard any negativity towards the game. How about you?
No, I haven't. Like,
okay,
it's you know, beside the TTP, you know what I mean? But there's always the TTP factor. You know what TTP factor is, right?
yes,
Time to penis.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So besides the TTP factor of Zelda and people being able to make their own stuff, which was gonna happen, it was gonna happen. The fact that they are that like you're able to make your own structures in Zelda, and then they be 100% cohesive with the environment. They are needed to solve puzzles, and even if they're not needed to solve puzzles, you can jump on them later. Like most video game developers would lose their mind. Like most people have a problem just for a building that stands there to crumble, and they can't even manage to make it crumble properly. They went ahead and took it a step further. You're not just crumbling, you're building things, and those buildings are actual physical code in the game that are gonna physically stay. And It's dope. I've
immersive.
read a lot of articles about it. I don't really watch much gameplay. I'm just a fan of the technology behind it, and just hearing the creator explain about it, and him just being when I saw an interview with him, and he was just so humbled, and just like fans' reactions, and the draw and the allure, and he was just like, yo, I'm just so happy that a lot of games aren't relevant. Like a lot of games just aren't relevant anymore, and this Zelda is a very relevant game in today's pop culture. Like the gaming Zelda's one of those games that is like it doesn't have to stop, because every time it drops, it's that good. Like you crave it that much. I don't think there's any other game that can drop that many things. Like Call of Duty is like fuck Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty drops a new one every year. Like we don't want that anymore. Like that's not even on like they're not even on the same playing field. And I feel like Call of Duty is the only other thing that probably released as many Zeldas, because Fallout hasn't even released that many Zeldas. Like,
dude, Zelda has been around since February 21st, 1986.
Bruh. Who competing with that? Pac-Man? The Pong dude? Bomberman maybe? Like that's like only other games that are competing with that are board games, like physical board games, like type shit. Dungeons and Dragons. Hit me.
Zelda actually has 29 games.
Wow.
Including original titles, ports, remakes, and collections.
29 is a lot.
52 million copies have been sold since the release of their first game.
52 million. That's a whole lot of. Yo, Jakob, you take the words out of my mouth again, you handsome son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You heard about X Labs project? Nah, Sass, I haven't heard about the X Labs projects. Project shuts down after the cease and desist by Activision. Nah, I have not heard anything about that. But nah, yeah, that's a lot of Zeldas.
So believe it or not, man, shout out to Zelda for actually sticking around with the times.
Shout out to Lynx for chasing something that he was never gonna get a piece of. Nah, I'll call it.
So I mean, in all reality, man, for a game to be around since 1986, man, I would say that Zelda is the definition of evolution of gaming.
I cannot deny or fault or see anything wrong with that statement.
Right.
Evolution and somewhat leading edge. Like they setting the standard. Like even for people that don't play it, like
yeah.
There's and car fans that made the Call of Duty. I don't know. If they got a cease and desist, they got a cease and desist. If it was that good, they would have got bought out. Not a cease and desist at the end of the day. But we won't get into it. There's a lot of shooters out there, and shooters don't stand the test of time.
It is what, May 22nd, 2023. Call of Duty is going to fall.
It should have fell when Battlefield 3 came out, but
yeah, well, it's going to fall, and I would say this: Call of Duty is losing the meaning behind its name. Okay. Now I understand that statement, Assassin, that COD is already falling, but people are still buying the game.
Buying the skins, buying the battle
people
passes.
People are still buying the BP.
Playing it.
People are still playing Warzone.
I wonder if it's top 5.
It's massive.
I wonder how many people are watching it right now on Twitch rather than watching us. Call of Duty is not top 5, it's top 10 with 40,000 people watching. And that's just Warzone. I don't even think that's like Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare has another 16,000 people watching it.
Now, check this out. That's people just watching.
Yep.
Now, that's not people playing the game right now.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to come to a point where they're going to say the new Call of Duty. It's going to lose the meaning of Call of Duty. They're going to lose it.
I feel like, I don't know. See, we want to know what? You're right.
Check
but
this
it's
out.
already
I'm gonna
lost.
call it
No.
now.
You didn't know you're right. I'm gonna show you how you're right. They've been lost the meaning of it. Why do you think they've remade Modern Warfare 2? Arguably one of the best Modern Warfares. Even though Modern Warfare 1, in my opinion, was better, but you know, whatever. Modern Warfare 2 was valid. And now what's next? Black Ops? They lost the meaning of Call of Duty. The Call of Duty meaning is lost. It's been burned. It's been trampled on. It's been profiteered. Everybody's tired of it. So what are we gonna do? Let's bring some nostalgia. Let's show everybody what the meaning of Call of Duty is by reminding them of their favorite times when they were younger. That's all it is. They lost the meaning of Call of Duty. Cool. So let's remake a game that was a game when there was a Call of Duty meaning and make everybody buy it all over again. And they're gonna redo that a couple times and then reboot the originals, and then everybody gonna be like, oh, COD is back on top. Like, nah.
It's gonna come to a point where somebody else is gonna take the lead of first shooters, and I'm waiting for the day. Okay, you know, I have been playing shooters, dating when I say shooters, and to the point of multiplayer shooters, all the way back to SOCOM 2. Okay. When PlayStation 2 had that adaptive pack in the back where you're able to connect the
multi-tab. Oh yeah.
Okay.
To play online.
I was playing I was playing SOCOM 2 on multiplayer. So I remember when SOCOM was the shit. SOCOM 1, SOCOM 2, SOCOM 3. Then it fell off. Okay. Then Call of Duty came out. Then,
don't forget about Medal of Honor before Medal of Honor was better than Call of Duty for the beginning, first years. Call of Duty wasn't good until Modern Warfare. Like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare wasn't the first Call of Duty's, chat. I don't know if y'all old enough, but like, Call of Duties were ass. They were subsidiary to Modern Warfare, Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor fucked up because they didn't update their war frame. They didn't update the war time. They stood in the old school war, and when Modern Warfare came out, that shit went crazy for Call of Duty. But every other Call of Duty was ass.
It's gonna come to a point where they're gonna die off, man. I'm just waiting. I'm pretty excited. Like I said, man, if there's any developers out there, I get it. It's a different kind of genre of a game. Look at the evolution of Zelda.
World at War was your favorite shit, but yeah, World at War came out after Modern Warfare, I believe. All Call of Duties after Modern Warfare were a different breed. It was before World at War was before Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
I believe so, yes.
Which one sold more copies? Which one was a bigger release?
Modern Warfare, I believe. Give me one. Hey, Kilo, go ahead. Talk to the audience.
All right. So yeah, so Modern Warfare was their biggest release. So that statement still stood accurate. And everybody then, I think, tried out World of War, found zombies, and then zombies just took off. And then that's when Black Ops brought zombies back. Because I think zombies were brought back in Black Ops. No, COD 4 came first, a year before World at War. So Call of Duty 4 came out first. So Kilo was correct. Can I get hashtag Kilo was right in chat? Yeah. Alright, hashtag Kilo was right. I don't get that often. But yeah, I'm tired of it. I'll take it. I'll take them both. Thank you. So, you know, we actually was on the games and technology for quite some time. Modern Warfare, yeah, it did. It high-key revolutionized the series. And then with the World of War, they went back to the old school Call of Duties that was failing. But the only thing I think that kept World at War so pertinent was the zombies. The zombies game mode is what defined World at War, in my opinion. I can be wrong, but I don't ever hear people remember, like, oh man, I remember playing some great games of Search and Destroy on World of War. Nah, mug, you playing great rounds of Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. That was it. Turtle Beaches, you was that dude. It was zombies. It was zombies, yeah. But, you know, I don't think DC has any more games and stuff to talk about. So on this extended podcast, we're gonna go ahead and get to segment 2. You know, current events and global news and stuff like that. Cause I do feel it is important to talk about stuff like that. DC, you got any more gamings and techs to talk about?
Nope.
I was correct also. Modern Warfare came out before World of War. Hashtag Kilo was right in chat. Hashtag all hail Kilo. Hashtag Kilo was hella right. Shout out to Jakob. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this on. So technology, all of that's great. And so we talked about a little bit of capitalism today and why it works. There's also plenty of reasons why it can fail. Also, we are at a certain position with some industries in which they can offer the sales and stuff like that to be relevant and keep competitive. But as me and DC touched up earlier, it's really due to the fact that there's newer technology being released. So they're trying to get rid of all of their older technology. But as for the global, well, not the global, but the whole country specifically, corporate bankruptcies are on the rise. There's been more corporate bankruptcies now since 2008, since before we had the recession. More than 230 companies have filed for bankruptcy in 2023. That's a decent number. And filing for bankruptcy as a company isn't an easy thing to do. That's pretty much saying that you'll forfeit all ability to make assets and profitability. So you have to pretty much forfeit all assets to the bank at that point, or anything that was owed to anybody else. Is pretty much you lose all your shit. And there's a lot of different factors for this, but one of the biggest factors currently is the Fed the Fed interest rate rise. And that's also affecting everybody's ability to take loans. Trying to go buy a house. If you go try to buy a house or anything to that extent, also interest rates are going higher. They're making a federal minimum of the interest rate. So capitalism works better when the government is hands off. The whole laissez-faire theory of hands off in the economy. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come rough down the line. So if anybody does, have money in the market, or just has money saved or doesn't have money saved, just try to save up. Try to plan with your money in the market smartly. There's going to be some rough stuff moving ahead. And if you're planning on buying a house, if you can save up the cash, because that interest rate is going to go higher. Like, decent amount higher. And something also going on, Meta. I don't know if anybody was interested in Meta when it was coming out. Meta was something I was watching, the whole metaverse and all of that extra stuff. I don't know if anybody was excited for it. I don't know if I can say I was excited for it. I was interested to see on how it would go ahead and portray itself out. I personally didn't want to be a part of it because I don't like the corporate side of what Metaverse was doing it. But the whole theory of a whole digital universe was people to socialize in, like what we do in video games already, but for it to be in a more interactual, more social aspect was interesting. But That shit ain't work out. That shit ain't work out for them. Yo, they ain't go bankrupt, but yo, they got hit with a $1.3 billion fine. $1.3 billion fine over some data link transfers. Like, they mishandled the privacy data. This is a big win for us. It's the user, so that they just don't profiteer and sell out data. And that's what Facebook really did. That's what they did. They were doing it. Everybody was, a lot of people okay it when you agree to the terms of service and stuff like that. But they got hit with a $1.3 billion fine, which was divine justice, in my opinion. And that was that. How you feel about Metaverse, DC?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it at all. I never attempted it.
Well, I never attempted it either, but like
actually, when I tried the VR once, it was automatically like you had to download Meta, like the whole Metaverse thing, Facebook scene. You had to download all that shit to pretty much utilize
all of it.
VR.
Yeah.
I was a little upset that I had to download the software. I didn't have a choice technically. That actually upset me a little bit. But the VR wasn't for me, man. So personally speaking, there was, I don't know if you remember, but there was a bunch of ads going on that you can purchase
land,
virtual land.
Yes.
And, all this, and they were trying to make it funny, like, oh, this guy was a dick. How would he feel when I buy his house in virtual land?
People spent a lot of money buying that virtual land, thinking it was gonna be worth something later. Like, they thought they was onto
thousands,
millions. Like, and they were all thought like, oh, this is gonna be it. The next big thing, getting ahead of the curve. And Facebook can't fail, right? Facebook can't fail.
You remember that video game? That's why I love when they make movies. I think it was called Gamer.
Oh wait,
it's called Gamer.
The dude with Gerard Butler, the dude from 300.
Not the movie where he was being controlled.
Okay.
It was another gaming movie where the virtual scene was everything, right? And the company
is that the one that he destroyed the alien base on the planet? No, that's Endgame.
No. That's something else. It was like the company pretty much ran everything. It got to the point where the company was the government. They overruled everything because everybody was so stuck in VR. That people were living in slums. But because they had the VR, because they had the nice car, they had the nice house in the VR.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name of the movie. And there was at some point they were chasing him through it because he saw something in the VR.
Yes.
Oh.
Because it was a leak of information.
I forgot why they were chasing him.
And this came out before the whole meta scene. People.
Ready Player One?
Ready Player One, was it?
I think it might be Ready Player One.
Okay. These things happen because people see what's gonna happen before it happens. Shit like this, it's obvious, bro. Like last I think it was two podcasts ago, we were talking about the AI.
Yeah, that was the last podcast. ! Socials. Everybody go check out socials. Okay. The last or the second. Yeah, you may be right. It might be this.
I think it was two podcasts ago.
Yeah, it might be episode 5.
We were talking once again. We're talking about the AI on how it's literally evolving by itself.
Yeah.
And dude, once again, a movie. Have you guys not watched Terminator? Like Ready Player One. I believe that's the movie. So I'm gonna say what I'm saying off of that.
Yeah.
the whole virtual thing fail. You know, these people are going to profiteer off of you guys.
We're gonna get stuck in the digital thing. Like it's gonna spine tap us, and if they disconnect us, we die. Like if there's ever a machine in which if we force disconnect this person, they die. That's a no-go.
But that's a Matrix shit now.
That's a no-go. But that's what the Sword Art Online was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like if they couldn't forcibly get removed from the game because they would die. If you died in the game, you died in real life.
So now, honestly speaking, man, dude, you guys are available to this information before you do it. Okay, I get it. Everybody's trying to make that quick million. Everybody's quick to take that chance.
Indeed,
okay? They're like, oh,
really
dude, I can turn this $1,000 to $1 million. I get it. But you guys really got to think about these things, man, because sometimes things are too good to be true.
Yeah, that is a very very accurate saying.
It's wild, man, because things are, what did you think was gonna happen when you were virtually gonna buy your dickhead neighbor's land? Nothing. Nothing was gonna happen.
He was eventually gonna, hopefully he used Facebook, and eventually he was gonna want to own his land in Meta, and I'm not gonna sell it to him.
And then you know what happened? You didn't buy his land. You gave Meta your fucking $1,000 to purchase his land. You just gave him money. Not only that, you gave him your information. And you agreed to the terms.
All the terms. So you get no refunds.
So now what?
You get no assurances. It's not even a tax deductible, and it's not even like tax deductible.
Like, come on, it
wasn't physical land.
You know what, Kilo? I'll say this, man. Common sense doesn't run much nowadays.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Common sense is rare.
You want to know something? Just like spinning off of what you were saying, like not everything is like peaches and roses and stuff. Like, imagine you getting a job at like Disney, and you think you're valid, or you're working like at a Disney amusement park down in Florida, and you think like, oh man, Disney's healed. Disney, we won't ever lose our job. Disney's about to go through another third round of expected layoffs. Third round of expected layoffs for Disney,
especially with that governor that they have.
Yo, bro, more than 2,500 jobs is gonna get laid off. You know what I mean? Like, you can go ahead and blame the governor, right? Or you can blame the corporation for trying to go against the governor. The governor is an elected official. I'm not saying I agree with him.
Right.
I'm not saying I agree with him, but he got elected there by due process. And a corporation wants to go up against somebody that was elected in there and can physically change your rule set to alter your profits. That just seems like an uphill battle. You're fighting the government. You're fighting the river at this point. And it's like I'm not gonna say like more states are gonna back him. Like a lot of states are saying, "Oh, he's bugging. Hey, Disney, come over here. Bugging. He's Disney, come over here." Georgia's one of the biggest ones. Georgia's like, "Yo, he bugging down there. Yo, come up here. Come make Disneyland, Disney World over here. We'll give you all the tax cuts. You'll love Atlanta. We'll put you 30 minutes out from Atlanta. We'll give you the land." Like, they're getting offers from a lot of other states to move. You know what I mean? And like, it might be beneficial. It might be beneficial for Disney, but like, at the end of the day, Disney, you're a corporation. You're an entity to provide a service to the people. You're now fighting somebody that was elected by the people. Did Disney think they had enough sway to be like, "Oh, we'll get him voted out of office"? Nah, y'all messed that up.
They're
Y'all
not that
with
big.
that. They're not that big in Florida. Like, they're that big in Florida, but like, yo, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You saw the other bill he passed where if you don't have papers, you can't work.
That's where I was gonna get to after that.
Yo, bro, like he just if you don't have papers, you can't work. So now
So,
it's like, you
check
know how
this
many
out.
construction sites are unmanned? How many houses is this uncompleted?
So it's every undocumented personnel is $10,000 per undocumented personnel.
Yep.
Okay.
$10,000
So the
fine
company-
to the company, everybody,
Yes, and that's every day,
that they're working on the job site.
and that's every day. But what's wild is that, you know, they have, you know, these guys work and they bust their ass off, man.
Yes, they do.
You know,
They're
they
not
work,
lazy.
they bust their ass, and they work, dude. They work.
They're not lazy.
Okay, Ron DeSantis, when he passed that bill, you know, which is crazy because you know how a lot of people were like, you know, these people are taking our jobs, this and that, and so much was going on. You know, there's not enough jobs, blah 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 blah, right? TikTok alone has been blowing up with literally owners like, bro,
Oh, not just TikTok. I've read physical reports of
Yeah.
whole construction houses, whole residential places, whole buildings, and like,
the construction, the specifics I'm talking about is the construction owners. They're like, we cannot hire the average white American man because they don't want to work.
not in construction.
Farming, construction, you know, labor. Let's just put it in specific, you know, in broad, laboring.
Laborers, yeah, they don't, yeah.
Nobody wants to work. You know, and there's so many videos. It's messed up, man, because these guys bust their ass. They make so much money and everything like that. I get it. You know, these guys are not paying taxes and shit like that. You know,
Let them pay taxes.
but let them pay taxes then.
Facts. Let them pay taxes. Let them apply for something.
Yes.
Even if it's a temporary citizenship status that can be revoked at any given time, as
Yes.
soon as the government sees fit. You're here, you're paying taxes here.
Yes.
All right, cool. And we're gonna keep tabs on you at all times.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Just like how they do with us. You know, I agree with you.
Like, if you like, I'm not saying treat them like prisoners, but if you want to go to those extents and just keep track of them, or if you have the ability to walk in and out, like you're an illegal citizen in the country, that's you know, it gets dicey because we could even go like, we're dealing with similar issues now in New York. New York.
Oh my God.
New York
I
has
got a
about
topic about New
50.
York.
Bro, like we can jump into that now. We can jump into this now. New York has about
Yeah.
50 counties right now in a state of emergency due to the immigrant crisis. Like, they're physically busing immigrants from Texas to New York, and they're letting the people out. But this is the issue. Texas is not coordinating it with anybody. They're not coordinating it with New York. What they're doing is making the bus driver sign an NDA so the bus drivers can't coordinate drop-offs. So drop people off and then leave. Like, it's not as bad now as when it started, but it's still pretty horrendous because we have about 50 counties, upstates getting overrun with them too because we're trying to bust them up, and we just don't physically have the room. Like, and now I hear that they're entertaining the idea of housing them in public schools in New York State. Like, at what point, like, am I gonna be an asshole for saying this? At what point do we say it's enough? Where we just say like, we can't physically do it anymore. We can't save everybody. The ship is gonna sink. We need a better plan. We need a better plan. And it's not just throwing like, well, shit, honestly, it is just throwing money at the plan. We have the highest military budget in the world. the next three leading countries don't equal the USA's military budget. I'm not gonna get into our military budget. I love our military power. I love my freedoms, but a lot of that can go to fix these problems. We have the money. It's just all in military spending.
Right.
I'm sorry,
That
any
goes-
military vets that don't agree with me, but mathematically, these next countries don't even like. We spend more money on Purell than some countries spending an entire military budget just to have Purell to hand sanitize each other. To hand sanitize, we spend more money on that than some countries' entire military budget. Okay.
You know what else is wild?
What else is wild?
Branching off of everything that's going on, you're telling me that people are busting into New York, especially the city. Okay. The sea levels are rising.
Yep.
Okay?
New York is sinking.
New York City is fucking sinking, dude.
It's physically sinking. New York is too heavy.
And the crazy thing is, it's happening faster than they say about California.
Yeah.
You know how they're saying that California is going to be underwater eventually because, whatever, New York has roughly, and I'm saying roughly, 8.4 million people. New York City. It has 1,084,954 buildings. The mass of all those buildings estimate about 1.68 trillion pounds.
Yes, an agent. I personally know that, but regardless of how it was made, it's sinking now. But yeah,
it's increasing. The sea levels are increasing very fast.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is, it doesn't only affect New York; it affects Jersey too.
yeah, because if New York goes under, Jersey, all the water level rises
Big time.
because of the mass. Right? About what is it called? It's the law of conservation of mass. Everything that goes displacement, whatever displacement. That's the word I'm looking for. Word of the day, chat. Displacement. Whatever amount of water is displaced by the landmass of which New York City is, Manhattan, that amount of water displaced will then raise and go to other places because it is now displaced here. It's the same concept of when you put an ice cube into an ice glass and the water raises. You don't add more water, but you're displacing the water with the ice cube. Displacement.
Now, the thing that scares me, man, is that how they're saying that we won't, a lot of things that happen, we won't be here for, but it's happening as we speak.
If New York goes under, the mass displacement will be a tsunami equal to level 4 or 5. I don't know about that. It wouldn't be an instantaneous. It doesn't just drop. It's a slow sink. So the slow, it's like Venice in Italy. It's gonna keep sinking. It's just gonna keep sinking, and then it'll displace it. It won't be like an instant. It won't be a tsunami overnight.
So now they're saying by 2050, okay, the projected growth of the sea level is supposed to be between 9 inches to a foot higher.
Damn.
And globally between 25 inches to 50 inches, bro.
Because of the water glaciers were melting, or just
just New York.
Just because of the sinking over time. Okay.
Yeah, that's just because of New York.
And that's without the that's without glacier melting and shit.
Without the glacier.
Oh shit.
That's wild.
It is.
And that's 2050. Okay.
I gotta sell my house.
Very much alive.
I gotta sell my house in the next 10-15 years. I ain't trying to lose this shit for a sinking.
We got the Hudson right there.
Yeah. Okay?
I
ain't trying to swim in that shit.
The only thing that separates between me and you is the Hudson River.
I ain't trying to swim in that shit, pa.
So when New York starts, let's say when New York starts, that water rises, dude. Hoboken, Edgewater, New Jersey, Hoboken, New Jersey, Edgewater, New Jersey, all these cities that are near the Hudson River are also going to go down.
Reaper wants us to move to Georgia. Where's the fault that is happening due to New York's sinking, sinkholes, mudslides, and all that are going to start? I don't think mudslides would start happening necessarily.
I don't think too much mudslides. Sinkholes are already happening in New York.
Yeah, sinkholes. That's already happened. Like that's already a thing. Like you don't live in New York, Canadian, but that's already a thing. Like that's poor pavement and shit like that. But from a scientific and a geological standpoint, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That's actually two different principles. Just letting you know.
When a New York becomes a fault, is going to cause a tsunami? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's trying.
So your geology, what you're speaking of, is not something that we're gonna see probably till like 2060. Okay, because if it takes by 2050 to grow about a foot above sea level in the area that we are in, it's gonna take a lot of time before we start seeing tsunamis.
Yeah. And it's gonna be more water displacement. Like it's gonna be more. You need more than just water displacement for tsunamis.
Right.
There's not
Right.
one island sinking isn't gonna cause a tectonic plates disruptor that's gonna cause a shifting of Earth. Like no, Earth isn't gonna shift when Manhattan sinks. It's just Manhattan gonna sink. Like it won't cause.
The water's just gonna rise.
Yeah, water rising. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And water's already rising because the glacier melting and that's just what it is now. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and especially with the tectonic plates. Let's go ahead and talk about water and tectonic plates real quick, since we're on this point of scientifics and geological studies and whatnot. So the water on Earth, we know the ocean, right? Ocean's big, ocean's massive. We discovered 5% of the ocean. We've explored 5% of the ocean. The water on the surface of the Earth only accompanies for 20% of the water on Earth, actually. So underneath the tectonic plates, there's about 80% more water, deep water under thin layer, like not thin layer, but under dirt. There's deep reservoirs of water on Earth. 80% of it that we can't see, we can't find. So if we do have these tectonic plates shifting, and we do have something great enough while we're mining for minerals for electric cars, that will cause tsunamis. That will cause an astronomical rapid increase in water faster than New York sinking. Yeah, that's what we're gonna need for tsunamis. But New York sinking causing tsunamis, not yet. Definitely just higher water levels along the entire East Coast, and some of United States losing some of its like land. Yeah.
What is poop going on about? I keep saying this, but humans are literally parasites. The first thing a human does is literally be a parasite. It's not.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I just would use a different word besides parasite.
No, parasite's a good word. We're a parasite on the earth. Yeah, we don't do anything good for it. We just suck the life from it. Parasites don't do anything good for the host. They just use the host till it's dead. We're pretty much using the host, which is the earth, till it's dead. For parasite, so I don't know if poop specifically. Yeah, I don't know if poop specifically he did, and this is an intellectual moment in which I will give poop my hat tip to you. We are parasites on Earth, and Mother Nature is trying to fight back. Yeah, Mother Nature will try to fight back. Wait until what's The Last of Us? You know what I mean? Let's go. What's The Last of Us? Once freaking once bacteria can exist in our hot bodies, we're all fucked.
We talked about that too. That remember we did a little segment a couple of podcasts ago, also about a fungi infection affecting people.
Yeah, just like in Last of Us. Yeah,
already happening. It doesn't create us as a zombie like.
Do the Lakers get a fall sweep today? I was gonna talk about the games also. The games are pretty important. Yeah. I think the Lakers might get a falls. I think they might get swept out, and I think Miami might do a sweep. I think it's gonna be Denver, and Nuggets up by 2 right now. Yeah.
What?
Later today, I'll be
Later.
streaming The Priest in the Discord. Oh, we gotta put that in the movie section for us in Asian.
The priest?
Yeah,
What, the Exorcist?
the movie The Priest, with the guy that the baby was pregnant, that the chick was pregnant, and he had to defend her from all the demons.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
Throw that in the section for Sun, if you can.
Yep.
Exorcist wasn't scary. All right, where was we at?
We were talking about the Lakers.
Oh yeah, the game. Lakers. I think it's gonna be a sweep, 2 sweeps. We're gonna have a Miami Nugget finals. I was upset that Miami beat Knicks. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm so pissed the fuck off. I had tickets to Game
Nation,
7.
What time? Sorry. What time, Sin?
Since suit DC and I am, so we don't have to talk about it too much.
Right.
Shoot him a DM. I think it's gonna be a sweep. I wanted Miami to lose against the Knicks. I wanted to go to Game 7. I had tickets to Game 7. Didn't get to go to Game 7 because Miami won. So Kilo was upset. Everybody, Kilo was upset.
Yeah, right now, currently, the game right now, you're at the fourth quarter right now with 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Denver Nuggets is up right now 102. Lakers got 98.
So like, do you get your refund back? Yeah, you get your refund back.
Yeah, so pretty much, like I said, Denver Nuggets is up right now. Who knows, man? Right now, Denver Nuggets got 3-0, and of course, Lakers got 0-3. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we'll come back to the sports game by the end of the podcast. This is definitely an extended podcast. Appreciate everybody out here kicking it. Make sure to share the stream. This podcast is still going strong. We still got a few more topics to talk about. React to the stream while you're here. If you're watching it on the YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe and like button and share us also. So we'll get back to the game at the end, see what the scores are. But hey, DC, you remember the mad cow disease? You remember that thing? Yes, I do.
You do? Remember how crazy low-key got when we were younger?
Yes.
So
Mad cow disease. I remember that was like 2008.
yeah.
2008, 2007. It was like, mad cow disease. And then there was like a bird flu after that. After that, it was just a bunch of animals and diseases, bro. And viruses.
Yeah. It was crazy.
You ever heard of the caterpillar virus?
Nah.
I'm kidding, dude. I just threw that out there.
Okay. Nah, yo, you
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you had me. No cap. You had me. And then I just watched the episode of The Simpsons with the red caterpillars that were like not dangerous, but they just ate everything. But when they
That's
became,
what I was getting to.
Yeah, bro.
That's
I just saw the Simpsons episode. Yo, this guy, you got me. So, U.S. health officials have detected an atypical case of mad cow disease in a beef cow at a slaughter plant in the state of South Carolina. They announced it Friday. There's no risk right now to the supply chain or to healthy humans. This is why they do the testing and stuff like that, but it's still here. It's still around. Mad cow disease was that when it comes from like people feeding cows, right? Or some shit like that. Or when a cow eats cow brains because they use it for food. I forget how it exactly happens. But there's no risk to us that beef toasted funny. Your aunt died of that, Creutzfeldt Jakob in 2020. Died of mad cow disease. or the monkeypox, Bad? And I'm sorry for the death of your aunt. Mad cow? Oh, is it more prevalent in Australia? Like mad cow disease?
From beef in the UK.
Oh, wow. That's even worse. No, that's fine. Well, I hope you didn't offend Bad. I don't think you offend Bad. Bad has pretty thick skin from what I know of him. But yeah, sorry for your loss. So I guess. Wait. Oh yeah, so that's what it's linked to the fatal human condition. So that wasn't the name of his aunt. So
no, that's the name of
the name of the position. My apologies. The Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. If contaminated meat is eaten. Okay, I just read that over here. U.S. agency was confident with the fresh finding will not change the negligible risk status of the United States and should not lead to any trade issues. So that's crazy that, you know, I saw that article. I thought it would be not a way I'd want to go.
Right.
It's not a way I'd want to go either.
No, absolutely not.
Not for just eating. Dollar.
As of 1979, okay, 1979 to 2020, there has been confirmed deaths in America, North America, 538.
From mad cow?
From mad cow disease, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, it is, it's something that's a lot more common now, you know, from the misproper treatment of the meats that are, you know, being created now. You know, it sucks, man, you know?
Everybody's trying to profiteer and not doing it the proper way, cutting costs and corners.
Right. You know, once we start fucking with shit and start beefing things up with steroids and this and that and doing this and doing that and proper treatment, so
making it reproduce a lot faster, shorter incubation periods.
People don't understand, you know. And
like
you know
the
what?
white chickens aren't like those white chickens aren't normal. Just so everybody knows, like white chickens aren't like natural. Those are made to breed and die in 3 months.
I don't want to say that people don't understand. People do understand. They know what they're doing, you know, because they're profiting off of it. And I'm sure there's somebody in there like, dude, this is gonna cause this issue. And that's like 20 years down the line. Don't worry about it.
But no, yeah, that's the thing too. Like it's car manufacturers do it all the time. So it's the cost of fixing it. So when there's a recall, so this is where ethics come in, and it's kind of really fucked up. But say there's a recall, it's the same thing with pharmaceutical companies. Say there's a recall on a car, seatbelts are faulty. If it costs the company $10 billion to recall every car and fix the seatbelts, they're more than likely just gonna be like, all right, we'll just leave it out there, because the cost of the lawsuit will be cheaper than fixing it. Car manufacturers do it all the time. Drug manufacturers do it all the time. If you have your beef well done, I gather that's pretty much the way to rule out getting. That's comforting. No cap, that's kind of comforting.
Well, yeah, you know, in all reality, you gotta remember, dude, when you cook something all the way through,
you cook that all the,
you know,
yeah. But like I know, but you know, you could still get sick by eating contaminated meat.
Absolutely.
So I didn't know that. So thank you, Bad.
The risk is definitely lower.
Yeah, but thank you, Bad, for that. Cooking it medium rare is when it's more risk. Cooking it well done. Thank you. If ever in a weird part of the world, which I have been sometimes, I'm getting my shit well done. Okay. So DC, we started off this podcast. You saying you started like you working out a little bit more, right? Okay. I have two diets. We've talked about it. Your diet's pretty strict. So how do you feel about cheat meals?
How do I feel about them?
Yeah.
I feel like they're essential.
Yeah?
I feel like they're essential to a certain point. And scientifically, I can't, give you this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist, but I feel like
Makes you feel good.
It makes you feel good. It does release endorphins. Also, you throw a shock to your body.
Okay.
It's like
So-
you're eating so well, you're doing your workouts, and you throw a shock to your body. Like, oh, we got to reset.
Okay.
That's
So
what I think.
So it's kind of hurt me when I read this, but here we go. A study by researchers from the University of New South Wales in Australia. Shout out to Bad Boo. I do, shout out to Bad. I'm not saying Bad is my favorite, but I am preferable with some Bad in my life. Shout out to Australia. Suggests a diet pattern of clean eating with intercepted cheat meals of junk food could not only lead to weight gain, but can affect brain function and health gut. The study was done in rodents. I should go ahead and just say that out loud. Just say that too. But the study did go ahead and show that cheat meals actually negatively affected all the work of the healthy food. Now, I'm not saying that the rodents were working out. None of that. You know what I mean? It would probably be completely different with a human working out, burning off the cheat meal, knowing what it is. Much love, time to sleep. Night, Blitz. Hope you have a good night.
Blitz, night.
Sleep tight, brother. So, there's a lot of factors that aren't taken into play here, honestly. But if you just diet and you're not working out and you just, have a green diet, but you have like intermittent, like fatty, bad meals that you call like your cheat meals, it can like inversely affect you, which is crazy.
So, like, with all that being said, you know how I said it was a shock to the body?
Yeah.
So I feel like you definitely said that just in a more correct scientifically way. Like I definitely believe it's not good for your. I definitely believe it's not good for your body. I just believe it's a shock to your body.
Okay. Yeah.
It's more of a feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely releases the endorphins.
Yeah, and the feel good may make you
all this,
and it may make you push harder next time you're in the gym. You know what I mean? And all of that leads to the human consciences, which makes us human. The study was done on rodents, but I just, thought it was something noteworthy to say.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I definitely thought it was interesting. But I can say this though.
Go ahead.
I love donuts.
I can say this though. I have donuts upstairs.
I'm coming over. All right. Besides that, talking about athletics, man, working out right now. Right now we have at the fourth quarter 2 minutes and 1 second remaining. Denver Nuggets are up again 110 to Lakers 107. So it definitely could be either or is game.
Okay.
Talking about that.
That's lit. Bad don't have any donuts. Bad, I would give you a donut.
I'll give you a donut. I had a donut today.
Yeah. These Reaper said he was watching you eat one.
Yeah.
So
He said, I know you were eating one,
I know
bro.
Blitz went to
Reaper, why
bed.
you watching me, bro?
I know Blitz went to bed. Shout out to Blitz. Jakob, if you're still in the
Blitz.
chat, what's up? But did you guys know that there are currently fires in Canada? And there's wildfires in Canada currently.
Wildfires, really?
Yeah, there's some wildfires in Canada, and smoke from those wildfires is moving into central US and could linger for days. So, yeah, see, Jakob heard about the wildfires.
But it's leaking into the U.S., right?
It's leaking into the US and so about Central America, and it can linger there for a few days. Air quality alerts have been posted as early as a Friday across several states, including Nebraska, Washington, Montana, Wisconsin, and with a special weather statement about air quality in Wyoming.
Talking about that.
Heavier smoke concentration should shift furthest east into Midwest. That's St. Louis. Oh, even in Chicago.
Yeah. I've seen the Chicago. I've seen the Chicago. Also, did you know that the Canada wildfires cause eerie blood red sun to rise over New York?
No.
Yeah.
A blood red sun?
Because of the fires and the air quality being changed, and with all the, I guess, you know, the chemicals and the light and everything, how it shines, it looks like the sun is blood red.
That's pretty
That's
wicked.
going to be, apparently that's going to be happening within, you know, the next few days.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, man. And
That's
it's thanks to the hazy smoke of wildfires some 3,000 miles away.
It's wildfires are kind of they're unfortunate, but when they need to happen, they need to happen. It's a refreshing of the life. The burns down, grows back greener. It's natural, as painful as it is to see sometimes. But that's kind of like wildfires happen. It's nature just resetting itself.
It's
So,
wild.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that blood red sun though. It's gonna happen again today. Well, in the morning, like during the day. So we'll see what happens.
So you want to know one of the cooler things that I've come across these weeks?
What?
German scientists make a major discovery that can slow down the aging process.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Here we go again. I got another movie. Go ahead. Fucking with nature's balance.
Here we go again. All right. Researchers from the University of Cologne, honestly, it's Cologne, Cologne, in Germany, have not only discovered the gene transcript, the process in which the cell makes an RNA copy of the strand of DNA, becomes faster with age but less precise and more error prone. They also found that certain processes could help us reverse this decline.
Now is that like a serum?
I'm
assuming, right? It's like a serum.
Not yet. They haven't made a serum. This it's the only this is as far as they got. The fact that they've specified which process is related to the aging process. An elixir, if you will.
Elixir. Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Something to make you look younger and blah blah blah, and help you with diseases and such sorts. And I'm calling Resident Evil for that. All right.
Yeah, but there's no elixir. There's no specific process that slows it down. But they made strides to finding the process and what happens in the cellular base of our aging.
Sick.
So
we're gonna become vampires. Sick. No problem. Lost Boys 2.0. Copy. Okay.
I mean,
if I'm gonna be a fucking vampire, at least make me shiny like this guy from fucking Twilight. Let me shine in the sun.
Shine and what, a six pack?
I'm gonna take my shirt off, be like this. This is why I can't come in the light.
It's funny, I can't come in the light either. Giggity, giggity.
Well, I hope I'm like a fucking lichen at least. Turn me into a fucking wolf. Let me get the bad batch of that serum. I want to turn into a wolf instead of a vampire. Make me into a lichen. See, you know what? That's what's gonna happen. Underworld. There you go. Sounds better.
Underworld.
Underworld. We're gonna get a serum, and it's supposed to be helping, and blah 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 blah. Somebody's gonna get the bad batch. They're gonna turn into a werewolf, and then that werewolf is gonna turn people into lichen. The lichens, go back and forth. There's gonna be vampires, which they think superior. And then we're gonna battle out for like 500 years. We're gonna kill each other. We're gonna eat humans. And yeah, man, I'm down. When is that gonna happen?
Listen, I didn't say it was gonna happen. They're still trying to figure out the process in which can be done to, stem it.
I
And
need
the
a phone
aging.
number. I'm down to call Germany.
Just go to just
Put me down as your first test subject. Turn me into a fucking werewolf.
nah, bro. Nah, definitely not. Not trying to sign up to become no vampire, no nothing like that. So, a hard pass.
No vampire? I'll be a werewolf.
You'll be a werewolf?
Fuck yeah, I want to yell at the moon.
They don't yell, they howl.
Whatever. Rawr. Is that a fucking tiger? Yeah, it's a tiger. Sorry.
Oh, man.
I think that's a tiger. Rawr. It's a tiger.
So, I'm finishing up here. I only got about 2 more articles left. Things that I've found and seen. UK crime. No, not UK. Europe. Crimes with 3D printed guns are on the rise, and
So much for taking guns away.
yeah. And the only reason I said UK initially is because it happened in London earlier this month. A university lecturer, there's 2 of them. I won't say their name, making them famous. They were jailed for 31 years for 3D printing guns with the intentions of selling them to an organized crime.
Nice.
And they did this at the school, at the university.
Nice.
And I think there was lessons on it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me find out.
It's the country's first ever conviction for selling 3D printed firearms.
Imagine that. They're gonna blame it on America. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
They said, fuck around and find out. That's what they said in the UK. They learning, bro. They're learning. Like, yo, you guys don't want us to have guns. We're gonna make guns.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's happened now, right? Just now. First case this year, 2023.
They're not the only people doing it. They're just the first ones that got caught.
They got caught up on it. Yeah, they did it in the school. They got fucked up. You wanna know when the first 3D printed gun was printed and where it was printed at? You want to guess?
Chicago.
No.
Shit.
Yeah, Texas.
Texas.
Hey, Mr. Spank, thank you for that follow. The first 3D printed gun was made by a 25-year-old Texan gun enthusiast.
Never heard that. America.
Fuck yeah. In 2013, bro. So 10 years later, UK. Yo, DC.
What's up?
Hey, DC got Spank pulling up. What's up, Spank? Long
time, Bubby.
So yeah, just funny. It's funny. It's not funny as in haha, but like
it's funny. Okay.
That they got caught.
Because there's so many people. Let me tell you something. There's so many people in the fucking UK that are so proud. Like, we don't have guns. We don't have those problems. Well, you guys are 3D printing them in fucking universities. So, How about that? You guys are not only chefing people, but you're making these shits. All right. But don't feel all high and mighty, okay? Because we won. America. Fuck it
yeah. Oh man. So I don't know if anybody's been killed with a 3D printed weapon yet in Europe, but it says here that police are fearful that it won't be long till someone was. Last month, a Dutch teenager was sentenced to 7 years after he was caught going equipment to carry out a gangland execution in Amsterdam, mask up and black clothing. Okay, he was caught bringing a gun he was caught with a 3D gun on the way to go do some gang stuff.
Gang.
Yeah, printed FGC9 and a Glock.
Nice.
Yo, he 3D printed a Glock.
You gotta remember, dude. Fucking Glocks are like 80% polymer.
Bro, you gotta remember, most guns are just pieces individually put together.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But the frame of the Glock is all polymer. It's all
Yeah.
plastic. You know, all you need is to buy is the pieces, and which you could buy individually, and then just make Glocks, bro.
yeah, nah,
can make
we're
Glocks.
not
Like
making
got the
Glocks.
50, baby, got the sticky,
Nah,
The-
we're not doing
No?
none of that. We're not gonna
Oh.
co-sign that. Do not 3D
Sir,
print guns.
yeah.
If
Don't
you
do
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't try to
Don't do it.
don't try to buy. Don't try to go on his website either to
Don't do it.
download them. It's all watch. Just don't do it. Say be smart. Don't be stupid, please.
Unless you're an engineer, you can make it yourself, and it's not traced.
Still don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't use your brains for evil. Don't do it. Let's see. So
Well, it's good that Kilo didn't see that, but yeah.
good that Kilo didn't see what. Oh,
I
wait,
can't
that's
tell you.
this?
You didn't see it. But
All right, so to finish off the night with some, latest updates in Ukraine, because everybody, here's a reminder.
GG's, guys.
Everybody, here's a reminder. There is a war currently going on on the world.
No way.
Yeah, yes way. It's not like the Cold War where it's just a standoff. It's not like the U.S. invading other people. No, it's like a physical war going on in Ukraine. It's still going on. Lakers got swept. Yeah.
Final
Denver takes
113 to 111. Well, they didn't get swept, dude. They didn't get swept. When I think of swept, I'm
It's
thinking
4-0.
like 20 over.
It's 4-0. They got swept.
Oh yeah.
It's 4-0.
I mean,
They
yeah, you're
swept.
talking overall, but
It's
this
swept.
one,
It's a
this game
sweep.
was like 2.
It's a sweep.
I
They
guess.
thought they were Cleveland. They thought they were LeBron. LeBron thought he was gonna muster up that magic again and go.
It's
"We're
something
gonna go
controversial,
4-0."
dude. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I'm not a fan of LeBron.
He thought he was gonna do something though.
I'm not a fan of LeBron. I don't fucking,
Alright. Well, in Ukraine, they were actually able to get some F-16s. Older F-16s, and they were able to get some valid F-16 training also.
Fighters.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So
The Falcon,
besides
the nickname Fighting Falcon, right?
exactly, fuck LeBum. I could dig that. I'm not a huge
Fuck
fan of him.
LeBron.
I'm not a huge fan of him either.
Hey, Spank, my boy, he know what's up. Allen Iverson better, not you.
Allen Iverson better. Yeah, so besides them now having the Patriot missile system over there, which the USA gave them, which has been defending them from missiles being launched over there. Everybody, I don't know if you are privy to that knowledge either. They are, mounting a valid defense, and I am hopeful. I am hopeful for the Ukrainian people. I do not believe Russia has the manpower or numbers of its people to be able to continue this unless they get assistance from other countries, which already hinted at not minding to give assistance, which can lead to the whole global political economical scene with the converting of the US dollar from being the global currency. Currently the US dollar is used as a global currency. You could only buy oil in like the US dollar usually. That's just because it's the trade standard in which the world agreed on, for America agreeing to protect all trade ports, X, Y's, and Z's from pirates and all of that. That's why anytime there's pirates, America pulls up, because if it's trade and commerce, it's in our interest to protect them because they use the American dollar. They are trying to make the changes to that. There was controversies of some people believing that it may go to the yen, which is the Chinese currency. I knew that there was fictitious. There was no real concrete evidence behind that. They just thought that that would be the common sense option because China is part of their whole New Deal to move the American dollar from it. But China doesn't want the yen to be a global currency because China only allows their citizens to spend about like less than 10% of what they earn outside of the country. Like, you physically can't spend more than a specific amount of what you earn outside of China, which is crazy. Imagine America telling people where they can spend or where they can't spend their
Like,
money.
you can't buy shit from Japan, shit like that.
Yeah, like owning land in America type shit isn't a feasible thing because you only technically make so much over here. While in Japan, well, while in Japan, you know, they don't have rules like that. This is why you see a lot of Japanese people, or a decent amount of Japanese people with land in America or in New York, or like why rich Japanese tycoons own like penthouses in Manhattan and stuff like that. A lot more common.
Right.
Siphon on the communist syrup? Yeah, pretty much. They control where they spend their money at. And if you control what people can do with their money, you can pretty much control people. So by only allowing them to use X amount of money in different countries, you can pretty much limit what your people do. But the moment you make it a global currency, you eliminate that. Like, we can make all of our money in America and spend it elsewhere. And like, the IRS just wants you to pay taxes if you're a U.S. citizen. Or like, I don't even really know the specifics of it if you didn't. Nah, because if you earn your money outside of America, like when you're deployed, you don't pay taxes on that, actually. Because you earned it outside of America, so you don't pay American taxes on it. Mm-hmm. That's why when you deployed, a lot of the money you get while you're deployed is tax-free. Because you're in a different country, they can't tax you.
Interesting.
You can only get taxed what you earn in America.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Falcon that Ukraine received, the first flight of the Falcon was actually 1974?
Which Falcon?
The F-16.
Falcon. Oh, okay. That's the name of the bird?
Yes.
In 1964?
1974.
1974. Sheesh.
Pretty old plane. Pretty old fighter jets.
The 16s are crazy old. F-16s are ridiculously old. They are nowhere up to date. We're up to, what is it? The F-21 Raptor, and that's actually a few years old at this point too now.
Yeah, the F-22 Raptor is 1997.
Yeah. And all of the newer planes that, you know, they just don't release about.
Yeah, they don't put them out there. They're keeping it for a secret for a new.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Secrets.
Yeah. But
Got anything?
I got one other thing, but it's kind of sad, you know.
I don't want to
Neither do I. So I just felt like omitting it. Honestly.
Yeah,
Is this like American things happening in another country? It's just like, you know, why does that only happen in America? And when I found the article, I was like, oh, that's crazy. This happened over here, but it wasn't America. People thought it was like specific to America, but I ain't even gonna really touch up on it. So this is the conclusion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing pretty well, man. I feel like we had some intellectual conversations.
I feel like we was like vibing.
We had some fun. Yeah, we had some fun, you know.
We had a lot of fun.
Gaming subjects, you know, Capcom, Mortal
I
Kombat.
thoroughly enjoyed our gaming segs today. Like again, DC, you want to let your hey chat, if y'all late here, this is what we can leave on. What is your top 3 fighting games coming out in the next 2 years? Like in the next 2-year range. I'm thinking for my 3, Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and Street Fighter. I think those are gonna be the releases in the next 3 years. In the next 2 years that are gonna be pretty bussin'.
For me, it's Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Tekken.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got an interesting, like I said, in 2 days we got that showcasing for PlayStation.
Oh yeah, the
We're
PlayStation
gonna
Showcase.
find
As
yeah,
a man of
showcasing.
color, should you or should you not retire in America, and why? Well, that's
Hmm.
such a open-ended question. So a few
Yes.
lead-up questions to that. Do you currently live in America? Are you currently working in America? And if you're not living in America, Xbox Showcase on the 11th. Yeah, Xbox Showcase and the
That's in
PC
June.
so yeah,
That's
and the
June.
PC Showcase is the same day. So when those happen, we're gonna talk about those also, bad. I appreciate you. Currently living and working. All right. So if you're currently living in America, then I would say yes, retire. There's no reason to work to your death. But if you can retire in another country and still feel at home in another country, then you can always potentially do that. I don't personally ever see myself retiring into another country because my home would be Puerto Rico and I own property in my home in Puerto Rico. Um, that's
Same.
where, that's probably where I would retire at. Or maybe just another state than the one I live at currently. But I don't think I would move out of this country. My family's in this country, and when I retire, I'd want to spend more time with my family. But
Work. Yeah, I would definitely like to stay closer to my kids.
yeah, that's pretty much where my eye would be rooted at.
But also too, yeah, and I'm gonna be 100% honest. Spank. I cannot speak for the next 30 years. I don't know what's gonna happen in 30 years.
Yeah,
I don't know where my life is gonna be in 30 years. I don't know a lot of things. So talking about the future, it's very it's touchy. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, man. You can have a goal in 30 years, but then something happens and you're like, shit, I gotta fix this. You know, that's why sometimes a lot of people who are in their 60s now that are people of color still work to this day because something happened and they still gotta work. You know, I'm sure they had goals and things like that. It's just shit happens, bro. It's real. Shit happens, bro. You know, and there's nothing like living in the Northeast, especially in the metro area, bro. Because let me tell you something. People from Jersey and especially from New York, man, we say things that are so controversial sometimes, but it's facts. You know, just like some of the sayings, bro. Yo, people die every day, B. You know, or shit happens. You
yeah.
know, it's because shit happens every day, bro. You know.
You earn that life is life at some point. Insurance responsibility for where you are at. Yeah,
Oh, 100%.
110%.
100%. But let me give you a scenario. Okay, and please God, I hope everything goes well. I am somewhat a religious person. I'm not trying to force anything on your end. Let's say for instance, my daughter has kids. Something happens to my daughter. But my pension and my savings, I cannot take care of my grandkids for the next 20 years until they're adults. I gotta work. Because I refuse to let my grandkids go into a system. You don't know what's gonna happen in the future. You can only pray for the best. Of course, you should definitely, have your life set up for something great for the future, but you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And taking responsibility for your actions, like I said, definitely go for the more positives and the best way. You will reap what you sow, but yes, you can have absolutely shit can happen, that's what I'm saying. We say it, not saying we say it best, because everybody probably have got their own sayings everywhere else in America and across the world, but shit happens, bro.
Yeah.
Shit happens, bro. Let's say, hey, what about the people that put all their money into crypto and that shit fucking dropped?
Forget about it.
Forget about it, bro. Shit happens.
Forget about it.
Like shit happens,
forget about it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about specific, like, shit that we say in New York, forget about it. You want to know crazy thing? Like, where all the new modern age kids and all these youngins and all that, man, you say forget about it, gonna be like, well, forget about what? Forget about you, bro.
Forget about it. You know? Unless you put your money in PP coin.
Pep coin. Yeah, it's another meme coin thing.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, I don't know, dude. Like I said, man, you know, shit happens, bro. You only can pray for the best, bro, and just keep your life on the right track. That's the only thing I say about, you know, in the specifics of man of color, you know? And I'm definitely not saying it's easy for us, but I can't speak about everybody else.
Yeah, no.
I can't speak for everyone else.
It ain't easy. It ain't designed to be easy for us.
It ain't. It wasn't meant for us.
No.
It wasn't meant for us. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
this is the buzzhead. You ain't wrong.
You know? But definitely, you know, shit happens. It'd be like that.
Fuck yeah, it's like a boxing match. You have a plan till you get hit. Yo, that's what it be like. But even after you get hit, you know, still gotta follow through with the plan and keep punching.
Oh yeah, you punch it, man. But shit, you gotta learn to take a hit.
Big facts. But all right,
You know,
everybody.
Yo, remember that, bro? You could always, you could be the hardest. I've seen, because I box, you know, I've seen people hit hard, bro. Like hit hard, but they can't take a hit.
Yeah.
They can't take that. They don't got the chin for it. You know, they don't got the chin, bro.
The only
They
way
hit
to get
hard.
it. The only way to get a chin for it is by getting hit.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's the only way, bro. Like you gotta, the only way you not have a glass jaw. It sounds messed up, but you've had to take a few hits to the jaw a few times. You gotta know what that feeling is to be able to like shake it off and be like, okay, yeah, this is a familiar feeling. Like, okay, I've been here before. You're fine. Get up.
Yeah.
Get up. Put your hands up. Now throw them.
I've been there, bro. I've been there. But a lot of times nowadays, bro, I tell you what, these youngies ain't out here with these fists, bro. These youngies out here with the fucking 40 clip.
Yeah, they ain't even trying to throw hands,
Order.
bro.
Ain't nobody trying to throw hands no more.
Nobody trying to throw hands no more, bro. Everybody's
They'll
just shooting.
talk crazy to you, and they the first ones to pull out.
Yeah.
All you hear is "Drah!" Damn. I'm out here testing people. Most people got guns. You know, like
Yeah.
fuck all that noise. I try to stay clear. You know, I try to stay clear, bro, because I know how I am.
Yeah, bro. I stick to myself.
Yeah. I already had an instance not so long ago, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
You know, it definitely could have went south.
Could have went real south.
Definitely went south. But shit happens.
Nobody dogged them all. Just a bunch of kittens meowing that they lines. Damn.
Bro. It's 2023.
That's crazy. I've never heard it verbalized like that. That just blew mine.
Yeah, bro.
That just blew mine. Ain't no dogs out here.
Yeah.
Last of a dying breed. Fuck. Where it? It's
Pretty
here.
much us.
It's here.
Yeah.
You remember what they were talking about?
But yeah, man. It's definitely been a pleasure. I feel like we had definitely some amazing conversations.
Yep.
New tech, new games, trailers. We talked about, you know, current events. I think it's been an amazing podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that it's my time. Kilo, I love you, my boy.
DC. Love you too. Oh, my bad.
I will catch you guys on the next one.
Yep. Will be the first Monday of next month. Let's get a date right now. The 5th.
Yes.
June 5th.
June 5th.
Yep, June
So they
5th.
try and reach and give wisdom to those who listen. Those that won't listen, say good luck. Facts.
Facts.
Every day.
That's what
Every
we
day.
do.
Let me
Yo,
tell you something. Every young cat that I see now, bro, every young cat that I see now, bro, I try to instill positivity because sometimes those kids, okay, don't have that positivity in their life, or don't have, some things that, they're not able to be, taught. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I definitely respect that. Definitely respect that, Spank.
Yeah, everybody be
brother.
sure to go check out the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. If you haven't yet checked out all the episodes me and DC got up, check DC out. He streams. Check out the rest of the KloudCast episodes. This is episode 7. Episode 1 through 6 is on the YouTube. While you're over there, check it out. We love y'all.
Drop a
And
follow to my boy Kilo. Definitely check him out on YouTube. All right, Kilo019 on YouTube. My boy does stream daily on YouTube. We're trying to grow that platform. Trying to hit him to 1,000.
almost there.
1,000.
Almost there. I think we need like 40 more.
1,000. All right.
40
we
more.
Could get that. We could get that for him. And of course, you can catch me on the Twitch. I'm like a ghost. Sometimes I pop in and out. I'm like, hey, yo, what's up? I'm out. But
Yeah. We
peace
off
and love
this.
like always.